Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the DA's office. It's me, the DA. Glad to see you guys all hanging out with us tonight. I switched it up a little bit. Like I said last week, we were definitely going to do a little different move this weekend because I did want to catch the Penguin. Plus, I had a little birthday celebration that I was trying to put together yesterday. So really couldn't do a DA's office yesterday on Saturday anyway. So I said, let's just go ahead and shift that right on over to Sunday. And it's perfect because the Penguin drops. So I get to watch the Penguin and then I get to come over here and talk about the Penguin. So kind of fit, it kind of works. But yeah, thank you everybody for being here. Appreciate all of you guys. Let me just see. We got a couple of more folks possibly joining us. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and say what's up to all the folks that's already here. Thank you guys for being here. And I do appreciate it. Hold on just a second. Got to refresh. All right, so yeah, and shout out to the mods. I see a couple of mods already in the chat. Nighthawk has been here as well as Andrew Werner. So thank you guys for hanging out with us. Let's see who we got in the house right now. Fiddle Chips is rocking it out with us. What's up, Fiddle Chips? We got Jason Evangelista in the house. Jeff A is chilling out with us as usual. What's up, Jeff? We got Kendrick Lamar, or is it Yama? I'm not even sure how to say that word. Nighthawk, of course. Peak Obi-Wan is in the house. We got Saltine 76, Sergeant Giratina. Oh, okay, changing the name again on us. All right, Sergeant Giratina, Rising Renegades, Avengers Rising, whoever you are. Thanks for always hanging out with us on the DA's office. Sinai Reese is in the house. Also, Vernon Hampton, Victor Von Doom. I see Leia Plus Size just checked in. What's up, Leia Plus Size? Everybody that's rocking it out with us. I see 46 of you guys right now in the chat or in the stream. Make sure you hit the like button if you have not already done so. All right. Let's see here. He is hanging out in the background, but he hasn't connected yet. Okay, I see him coming through right now. So we're going to give him a second just to get himself situated. I got something to show to you before we get to it. But yo, thank you, everybody. I appreciate every last one of y'all for hanging out with us tonight. Listen, it's been a crazy week. I hadn't been able to do a lot of streaming and a lot of videos. You guys may have noticed, really overcome with a lot of work. Spent a lot of work on my plate. Plus getting ready for the trip to Nashville, which is coming up this Thursday. So I will be out there at Icon in Nashville at the EBN meetup. So if you guys are going to Nashville, I'm arriving Thursday afternoon around 12:30. Going to be hooking up with Nick and Risman. I think Risman and me are coming in at about the same time at the airport. So Nick is going to pick us up, and then we just going to be hanging out all week, So I'm looking forward to seeing some of you guys that are going to be out there in Nashville, or if you live in the Nashville area. I know Tennessee is going through it right now with that hurricane, North Carolina, Georgia, Florida, all up in that area. If you guys are live in that area, please stay safe, because I know there's a lot going on, a lot of flooding, and a lot of people going through it. So, my hearts and my thoughts are going out to those individuals. I got family in the area. Luckily, I haven't heard anything negative coming from any family members. Everybody seems to be doing all right. But yeah, I will be out there on Thursday, going to Icon. Looking forward to that, man. Should be a whole lot of fun, man. Absolutely. Let's see here. We got let me see who else is in here. Let's see. I see Aunt Jemima just checked in. What's up, Aunt Jemima? Darth Scipio is in the house. Thanks for hanging out, Darth Scipio. Appreciate that. Saltine 76. What's up? What's up? I don't know if T is ready yet. T, are you ready, bro? I can't tell. I think he might just be mic'd camera off. Okay, no, here we go. Let me bring T on. T. What's up, brother? How's it going, man?
Man, what's up, man?
Uh-oh, you muted.
Apple. I'm muted?
What's going on with your mic, man? Or no, I just couldn't hear you.
Oh, okay. I cannot stand Apple, dude. I just can't. They want you to do that. They'll force you to do this damn network update, man. What's up, y'all?
The network update ain't working?
Man, I'm not going to
network
do that
update not working, bro?
Dude, this is a goddamn MacBook. I got a MacBook, Mac tonight, freaking Big Mac, all the Mac. God dang. I just want my fries.
All right, but I do got something that I did want to share with everybody because something finally happened after a long time, man. Something we've discussed many times on this channel. Let me go ahead and bring this thing up right here. Uh-oh, what's going on, y'all? You see this? Did y'all happen to catch this? Let the conspiracy begin, ladies and gentlemen. What the heck? We got T with his own channel finally. Hold up. Let's check this out real quick.
You requested it. You've been waiting patiently. Uncle T's channel is here. Going to be plenty of flat earth theories and my opinion on people and entertainment. Here I come. Make sure you click the like button. Make sure you subscribe. I'm telling you, it's going to be jam-packed, man.
T finally got off the snide and made a trailer, y'all. He made himself a channel at long last, man. We've been waiting on it. Now we got it. Yes. I'm dropping it right now.
I got a video.
T, I'm dropping it right now.
Dropping it. Oh, man.
What's up?
I got a video that I was gonna post about Agatha, man. So don't worry, I got content coming for y'all. Don't worry, man. Bear with me. It's gonna be a little rocky till I get on my feet.
Finally. All right, so there it is, everybody. I just dropped the link in the chat. Conspiracy, I guess it's what it is. Uncle T, hey man, get over there and get this guy. Look, subscribe to this guy. I'm telling you, it's going to be a blast. I'm looking forward to look, daily videos, bro. We're gonna get some daily videos.
You might.
You don't know.
I'm still a busy dude. Come on, man. But
All right.
Hey, my tank top was really like I would say like 2022. I got all kind of colors of man, like plenty of colors. They're great buys, comfortable. It's a man bra. That's what I was told.
There you go. Well, look, man, you're starting to get some subscribers already. Cats is coming through and subscribing. Jeff A just subbed up. Hey, guys, get over there. What is it? I don't know. What does Clancy Brown say?
Y'all tell me what y'all want, man. I got no problem going in. Tell me. It's going to be funny.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun, man. I'm actually looking forward to seeing you on your own, doing your own content, and just seeing what all of that looks like, man. It's gonna be a blast, man. So everybody, get over there. The T. Obviously, me and T go back first videos. We always been rocking with each other, and now he's got his own channel. And look, man, whenever you get lives going, you know what to do, man. Bring me on. I can't wait to party with you over there.
Hey, and I am still waiting to do a conspiracy episode on the nightcap for your members to let them know what's going on. All I need is about 30-minute segment, man. I'm gonna go all in from alkaline water to the Pizza Planet. Matter of fact, I think the first episode is gonna be Pizza Planet, so y'all can tune in for that. There you go.
All right, guys. Yeah, look, you guys know what you're getting into with T. You know what you're getting into with the homie T. Hey, T, thank you very much, bro. Appreciate you being here. We got some other folks that ain't coming, or may come. I'm not sure. We got Kata. I just dropped his link in the chat as well. Guys, get over there and support Kata. Yes, thank you very much, Parker. We won't be dropping any spoilers for the Penguin. I know better than that. We are absolutely going to discuss it, but we will not be dropping any spoilers. Have you seen the Penguin yet, T?
Oh yeah, man. I sat there and watched it.
Did you see the second episode? Second episode is fire, guys. Just as good. Maybe not as good as the first, but great. All right, great episode. So yeah, you got it, Parker.
I was thinking that same thing, dude, but still satisfied. Highly satisfied.
Very satisfying. Also, Cyfax, I dropped a link for him. He may or may not show up. He has the link to jump in if he wants to discuss anything. But yeah, go over there, support the DA, Uncle T, support Cyfax, support Kata. Those guys, they always come through and support my channel. So I want you guys to get over there and support their channel. All right. With that out of the way, let's go ahead and jump into the first topic. You know how we do, guys. You absolutely know how we do. We always get our comment of the week, and we started off with that, man. So the comment of the week this week, and this is in regards to Lucasfilm and the Acolyte, and that $230 million that they spent on that first CT. Did you see that? They spent $230 million on those 8 episodes of the Acolyte. So this guy, Johnny, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you, bro. Say again.
I'm sorry. They remember we talked about it. It ballooned up, right? It went north. The
is your mic gone? North. Where's your mic at? Where's your mic, bro? I can't see the mic. Is your mic in the shot?
Let me get things.
No. I mean, just move it closer to your face. Is it far away?
No.
Because it sounds. Hold on. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. It's just off screen. All right. No shit. Now I lost him. He'll be back. He got to log back in. It's just a clunky. It just sounds like janky, that setup, bro. There we go. Okay. Yeah, better? That's better. Cool. That's much better. Cool. Thanks, bro. Cool. Yeah, man, $230 million for 8 episodes of trash. And I just don't know where the hell any of this money went. Johnny, I guess MIWA6256 said several months ago, Doomcock reported Disney accountants essentially took over Lucasfilm after financial malfeasance regarding the Acolyte was discovered. There's a lot of financial malfeasance going on there. We thought it was $180 million, and we were thrown from that number. We were like, wait, what? This can't be. Now it's $230 million, and it may be even more. It may be more than $230 million because we're now talking about, hey, how many reshoots did they have to do? Remember, I think the $230 million, that cuts off in like September of last year. That's why those numbers are coming out, because they got to report those numbers. That's from September of a year ago. We're not talking about any money that might have been spent on the Acolyte in October, November, and December of last year, or the first 3 months of 2024, where they may have been doing some reshoots. They may have added some, post-production. We have no idea how much money they've spent on this, but $230 million is the minimum. All right. And this is after all the tax. Yeah. SWA says it right there. Money laundering is what I call it. Because there's not $230 million on the screen. There isn't. I didn't see $230 million in the Acolyte. So, yeah, this is absolutely incredible news, man. Jeff A., the Acolyte is a money laundering organization. All of Lucasfilm is at this point.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how they managed to spend that much money on Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. They spent like $350 million on that, and that looks like trash. Like, everything that company is doing right now just screams, we're stealing money from Disney. We are raping Disney over the coals with our theater.
Are they, or is the CIA funding these people to put these ideas out? That's why it's a tax write-off, and you get all this bull that we got.
Maybe. Yeah. I mean, it's just absolutely ridiculous, man. I don't know where the money has gone, man.
This is one of those things where the money just misappeared. It just misappeared. Didn't disappear, just misappeared. Somehow
it just got misallocated. Oh, it went over to this, or it went over to that,
Oh, yeah.
Leslie Headland is basically saying, hey, I need a new I need some new sex toys for the little dungeon that me and the wifey built. So we're gonna go ahead and put that on Lucasfilm's tab. They are really ripping people off.
Their food budget is like, have you ever seen what their food budgets are, man? Like, they're like very, very bloated, bloated for the food budget, man. It's like, all that food goes to waste.
Yeah. It's crazy how much money is being spent. But yeah, that basically was the second article. Disney reveals Star Wars show The Acolyte was over budget at $230 million. I mean, that's just crazy, man. These little weak costumes, these sorry sets, the terrible writing. I mean, everything is just ridiculous going on over there right now at Lucasfilm. At some point in time, I feel like a strong audit needs to happen, with Lucasfilm, with Disney, with Marvel. They really need to get in there and audit the hell out of this company and find out, where is this money going? If I was a shareholder, I would be demanding it at this point. Why are the shareholders not demanding a full audit on the Walt Disney Company, and really breaking down everything that they're, especially with these over budget shows?
You didn't like Starconda? You didn't like Starconda? That's basically what this was, Starconda. It's not Wakanda, but it's Starconda. You know,
look, yeah,
it's not Star Wars. This has got nothing to do with Star Wars. It's
nothing at all.
Man,
it's really trash. It's a terrible show. It didn't help the Star Wars brand whatsoever. It did nothing for the franchise. It did nothing for any of these actors or these actresses' careers. Like, imagine Lee Jung-jae coming off of Squid Game. Squid Game, for American audiences, he's been known in South Korea for years. But coming into the American audience, we got introduced to him through Squid Game, and everybody loved his performance. And then he steps into the Acolyte, and people are like, damn, bro, they just kind of took advantage of him. It's like, I feel like they just took advantage of a guy that didn't understand English very well. Hey, come on and be in a Star Wars show. And he was probably excited about that. And then he jumps in this, and he's just like, damn, man, this thing is getting ripped to shreds.
I'm going to tell you something. That $230 million budget, no one would even think twice about this if the show had been good. But the show wasn't good. It didn't have good acting. You had lawyer. What is that? It's not Lawyer from Loyal, but you had Trinity in this, man. You had Trinity in this.
Yeah.
And it was just trash. And she was in the open. It wasn't like we built up to see her. We saw her right away. The show was not good. They knew it wasn't going to be. They tried to put Black Barbie in fucking space, and it just didn't work, man. Black Barbie, Rick James, you know what I'm saying? Like I said before, Dread-Eye Warriors. This is dumb, man. This is dumb. This is not going to sell.
Play into you know what they do, dude? They play into they play hard into the identity politics, clearly. All right. They played into the Black, they played into the gay, throughout the entire show. That's what their focus was. Their focus wasn't on Star Wars. And even if, like you said, they had just turned out a good show, nobody would care about the budget.
If this show would have had TNA, if this show would have had TNA, it wouldn't be as bad. You need TNA in this. You need TNA. TNA is important, man.
Did you see? I mean? Did you see that? Did you see them Amanda Stenberg pictures? You didn't see it, did you? Is it? Let me find it. I know that everybody in the chat has seen it, man. If you have, I'm gonna shoot it to. I can't put it up.
Okay,
I can't share it with the audience, but I can definitely shoot it to you in the private chat. So I'm gonna put this in the private chat because and look, you guys can go and find it if you want to. I'm not gonna show it, all right, because I'm not gonna show it. But I'm gonna put this in the private chat for T. Chi, check this out. I just shot it over to you. Y'all can see it, and I'm not gonna share it. Oh, I can share it in the chat. Ain't nothing wrong with sharing a picture in the chat. So if you guys are interested in this from Amanda. Now, if this was the outfit, in the Acolyte, there would have been plenty of viewers. All right. They would have never lost viewership. You got it, bro?
I'm looking.
Look, T, there would have been no problem with the ratings. Yeah, you had this every episode. You had to enjoy every episode. No problem with the ratings, man. Ratings through the roof.
Way better than who. I would. Now she could definitely be Black Cat, and it literally she would be a Black Cat. Let her be Black Cat. Oh
man, we already got Sydney Sweeney as Black Cat, and we're not going to have any of this nonsense.
That thing, she making y'all forget what show? Wow. I don't like
the makeup and the lip because that's just weird shit. But yeah, the body is off the chain. Look, she's cool. Like I said, man, she's an attractive girl. There's no question at all. Amanda Stenberg is an attractive woman, very attractive chick, but she's also
definitely
very
stiff arm of Sydney. Definitely stiff arm of Sydney. Based on this photo alone, definitely stiff arm.
Man, whatever. Hey, what's up, SJ? Good evening, bro.
Sydney did a trash movie too, but y'all give her love, but won't give this girl love. Look at her in this damn outfit, looking like a whole goddamn looking like a Ruth Chris special. Come on, man. God dang.
Yeah, I mean, she's a very attractive chick. Ain't no question at all about it. Body all day. But
I would take her to Joey's or where was I take her? Ocean Club, Oceanfront, State 48. Yeah, she can get that thing.
She can get it, huh? Yeah, the problem is she can't act. Like Fiddle Chip says, she's hot, but no actress. Yeah, she can't act. Her acting in The Acolyte was god awful. Okay, god awful. It was hard to watch. You had to work just to sit and, I mean, I had to put in work to watch that show. All right. Just to get through the acting. Just like,
we know the show
was the worst part of the show, man.
You're not going to get your money back. You're not going, ladies and gentlemen, we're not going to get our monies back. It is going to be one of those things in 5 years. We're going to all say, what were they thinking? Just like we're saying that now. Like, it's so horrible. You know what, though? It's made us all forget about Boba Fett. It's made us forget about Boba Fett. Maybe it's forget about season 3 of Mandalorian, right? Like, dude, does anybody remember Ahsoka? I don't even remember Ahsoka, man. They've been putting out so much bad Star Wars content. You forgot that freaking what was that show with that? What was the show with Diego Luna, man? What was that one called?
Andor.
You forgot all about Andor. I was disinterested.
I ain't forgot about Andor. I was about to make the point that you made, that with with the budget, because Andor cost $250 million, but you don't even care about that because the quality is on the screen. So you say, hey, man, they spent $250 million, but they didn't waste a dime of it, man. You have great special effects, the sound, the music, the actors. Everybody was phenomenal in Andor. So it's like, I don't even care that Andor, and it started out slow, but it built up an audience over time. So I'm not really tripping off of the budget. I don't really care about the budgets, to be honest with you anyway, because it's not my money, But I just laugh at it because you're dropping $230 million and you're not getting anything in return.
On a non-testosterone budget. On a non-testosterone budget, you don't
have anything for the guys. Yeah, exactly. All right, look, we got to put it up because they asked for it. Amanda versus Sydney Sweeney. All right, y'all let us know, because for some reason that's become a thing on my channel. We got to do. Look, we're going to see where it's at right now, okay? Get the votes in, all right? You guys let us know, all right? And look, hey, strictly looks, okay? Don't be just saying, look, we just going off of looks. We know the personalities and everything, but we just talking looks versus looks, body, face, card, the whole picture. Just talk that. We'll leave the personality and the acting ability to the side for just a moment.
The one thing I'll say about this, and this,
look, let me say this. We're guys. And see, as guys, we can be objective on certain things, As guys, we can say, yo, this is a fine woman that is an idiot, or is a fine woman that's a bonehead, but she fine. Okay, we can say that. As guys, we can absolutely admit to that, and we can, compartmentalize that shit. But we cannot compartmentalize, like, hey, you're a great actress, but a terrible writer or something. No. We can compartmentalize that too. Strictly on the looks, okay? Go ahead, T. Go ahead, T.
It's in the eye of the beholder, man. If you feel like the girl looks good, cool.
If you don't, the both category.
Ain't
nobody getting kicked out of bed. No, you got one room. I'm saying. No, you got room for one. You got room for one. Who's it going to be?
There's no way. Maybe a couple of Coronas, maybe a couple of Heinekens, maybe some Heffenweiser, but I don't think she can make the cut, dude. Not at all, dude. Not at all. Stenberg, for sure. That looked like a lot of fun in the shower. But, whatever. You guys, you pick who you want. There's no losers in this thing.
Kate is coming through. What's up, shiny head?
Hey.
It ain't as shiny as it normally is, man. You forgot.
No, man, I haven't cut it in a couple days, man. You see this? I got a little Batman going back there. What's say?
Dominic says Amanda is no Megan Thee Stallion. I'm not even gonna go there, man. I don't see that.
It's okay. Everybody got a taste, Dominic. Hey, Dominic, everybody got a taste, dude. It's okay, dude. I don't blame you for beer goggle eyes. It's cool.
Hey, shout out to the brother Kata. I just dropped his information in the chat. Make sure you guys get over there, support, subscribe if you haven't already done so. T, let's move on. Speaking of big budgets and giant budgets that didn't go nowhere, apparently Agatha all along did not have a big budget. All right. their budget actually broke an MCU record. And I did a video talking about this. It kind of really doesn't matter if Agatha's budget is big, small, or whatever. It's still a terrible show. But what it says here, and I'm just going to jump right to it, okay? So according to The Hollywood Reporter, Agatha is the studio's least expensive live-action series to date, significantly so. While THR didn't disclose the production budget for Agatha all along, the use of significantly so strongly implies that the latest Disney Plus series costs a lot less than the $40 million Marvel spent on Echo. Even if Agatha cost around 40 million, it still would be significantly cheaper than Marvel Studios' earliest Disney Plus offerings, which had budgets similar to its blockbuster movies. She-Hulk, Attorney at Law, cost $212 million, for instance. That the budgets for She-Hulk and I think a Secret Invasion also cost around $200 some odd million. I mean, ridiculous, man. But it doesn't really matter, okay? The budget was low. Congratulations. Let's just go ahead and give it to them. Let's say the budget was around $40 million. I seriously doubt that the budget was $40 million. Okay, it looks like it probably could have been $40 million because Agatha looks like just like trash, you know. The Witches Road scene where they're just like on this, I don't know, like in that forest area. I don't know if you remember that little foresty kind of area. It just looks like somebody put something together on a quick soundstage and they just said, all right, shoot, you know. But overall, it's like, okay, even if the show did cost $40 million, does that make this show a success? I don't think this is a success either way because it's a terrible show and it's hurting the Marvel brand. Who gives a shit if your show is cheap?
This is, you know what? Did they ham it up a little bit? Yeah, this is a hacky comedy dramedy. I mean, it's just, you know what it is? It's popcorn theater, man. That's it. This is bad. Like, I can tell you right now, dude, I would love watching Elvira. Remember Elvira? Duh, boners. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, that was great. Like, video.
That was
like,
cheap. Yeah, that was cheap.
Elvira. Ain't no question. If you're a male, you like Elvira. Even chicks like Elvira. I just don't look. This show doesn't have cats yet.
So far, so far, I just want you to know. So far, Sydney Sweeney is winning the poll 77 to 23 percentage points.
The whole point is for her to get a poll, but whatever.
Look, man. The audience don't lie, man. The audience don't lie. We told them strictly based on looks, and that's it. Sydney Sweeney is winning.
What?
Sorry, bro. Sorry, bro.
Hey, it's okay.
Hey, Elvira was funny. Yeah, Elvira had humor, right? She had that sex appeal. Andrew B said, "Yo, she's 70 and she still looks good."
Thank you.
Yeah, Elvira was dope, man. Elvira was nice, right? Everybody agrees. Yeah, but look, getting back to Agatha. Okay, getting back to this show over here. To have a $70 million or $40 million show, but then to destroy it. What in the hell is going on here? Man, CBR is tripping. To have a $70 million show and to not do anything with or $40 million, I should say, and not do anything with it, but to destroy add to your brand damage, your ongoing brand damage, which is pretty much what Marvel is doing. Every show that they drop, every series they drop, every movie they drop, if they're not knocking it out of the park, if they're not on at least, I would say, like Captain America, the first Avengers, all right, if they're not even on that level, you know, they're kind of doing a disservice to this thing. I'm just
look, nobody, I don't think the audience is expecting this show to be great, man. This show is about 8 to 9 months too late, man. Nobody's looking for Disney to produce good female content. They haven't done it yet. They're not going to do it, right? Because they're pandering to an audience that's not there. We've said this time and time again. You see that when they dropped Echo. You see that when they dropped Ahsoka. You see that when they dropped freaking the Acolyte, you know, and the only female successful show that they basically had has been WandaVision. That's been centered around a female. And that was because it was their first banger that came out. This should, for all intents and purposes, this should be a great comedy offset, one one shoot like, hey man, we're gonna be wacky and do stuff that just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. This show is not. It doesn't know if it wants to be a comedy. Doesn't know if it wants to be a drama. It doesn't want to know if it wants to be a horror thing. It's trying to be everything, and then all while telling you, hey, let's just do this guessing game. It was Agatha all the way. Like, do something better than what you're producing here. You're gonna spend $40 million. I don't give you even $40 or 40. You can get some of these props from freaking Halloween Town or something else, man. You play to what the audience wants to see, dude. You're not gonna sell any toys. You can sell ornaments and other things and like shirts, but they're only gonna buy it if they feel confident in the product, man. This is not like the movie Office Space that did poorly in the box office, but is a cult classic. Did better aftermarket than it did on the market. This is not that, man. At least for right now, with the 3 episodes we got, this is not holding up, man. Because what you really want to say,
and you made a good point though. Like, they've only been able to do one show with a female lead, or one movie, even, really. I mean, I don't.
And I'm talking about Disney. I'm not just talking about Marvel.
I'm talking about Disney too. I'm talking about Disney. I'm talking about Star Wars and Marvel. I'm just kind of looking at those two. They haven't been able to do anything with a female lead that is hit, with the exception of WandaVision. You could say Ahsoka hit, but I don't think Ahsoka did the numbers they were expecting either. And it fell off dramatically after like the first few episodes. Like, people really weren't coming and rocking with it towards the end of the series. So you had the Ahsoka, Miss Marvel didn't do very well. The Marvels, all right, obviously the Captain Marvel made $1 billion, but that's because it was sandwiched between Endgame and Infinity War. So that's why that thing did well. Other than WandaVision, like Echo didn't do very well either. I'm trying to think of what else. She-Hulk did ratings, but like critically, it was a bomb, and fans really wasn't rocking with that either. So Marvel has done such a disservice to their female characters, and Star Wars as well, because they're trying too hard. They're trying to force feed it instead of just telling legitimately good stories. And that's the biggest issue that they got. Just tell good stories. Forget about agenda. If your character is great, then make her great and let her be great, instead of trying to force feed the agenda with, oh, we got to do a female Hawkeye. That was the other one I was thinking of, Hawkeye. Hawkeye really was Kate Bishop's story. It really was. So that's another one that failed. So, I mean, like, when are y'all going to get one of these joints right?
Forgettable, man.
Forgettable, man. I forgot about it. I literally just sat up here. I was trying to think of like, what else?
I forgot about She-Hulk. And here's the mistake. Listen, I got news for you, Disney. Look at me. You need to make your shows centered around testosterone, and you also need to have them. It needs to be hormonal, but hormonal in a way that men rescue the females. Females love to be rescued, and the females are saying, "Wait a minute, this guy's got to be smarter than this. He doesn't see all the clues I'm laying." Like, I'd rather you do that than what you're producing now. What you're producing now is horrible. It's horrible content. It's horrible content, and you're trying to be you're trying to like ease around the crust and not go for it. Listen, I'm right here. My grandkids will be here. My great grandkids will be here. You got over 70 plus years of content that you don't need to do this for. Most guys want to be guys. They want to be in their guy zone. Say, hey, man,
and most women want to be women. Most women want to act like women, want to see an attractive man. We were talking about this earlier on George the Giant Slayer. Madam Savvy was saying, like, look, women want to enjoy seeing a tough guy going through his, being masculine and showing strength. That's what most women want. Okay. Most women love to see that. And even if she was even saying, like, even if it's a man on his deathbed, but he's fighting for his life, they said even that can be attractive. A man fighting for his life on his deathbed, trying to stay alive because of whatever. It's like, that's attractive to women. Like, show men being men. In other words,
your whole makeup of what you do is about damsels in distress. Yet when you have an opportunity to deal with content that already has damsels in distress, you change it. You don't change it when it comes to orphan kids and how you fucking make it. You don't change any of that stuff when it comes around trauma and kids being parentless or having only one parent. But you change it when it comes to, oh man, somebody being masculine and being in a position to say, oh, Why? Because what? This is Hollywood's agenda and what they push on us and say, hey, accept it. Oh, by the way, we wasted $230 million of our stockholders' money or the people who give us tax breaks. Stop that. Cut it out, man. You're not giving enough content out daily to make people say, man, this is worth it, dude. It's bad enough I got to see freaking Chicago Med, Chicago US, Chicago Post Office, Chicago this, FBI International, FBI this. Come on. Somebody come with an original thought. Somebody break away from those. What happened to the X-Files? What happened to the Outer Limits? What happened to shows I could be like, man, beyond belief? Where's Ripley's Believe It or Not? You don't have any of that stuff on camera now. So it's stupid, man. It's dumb. You wasted money, man, and you're trying to play us as an audience. And all while saying, oh, hey, by the way, we're going to increase your membership. It's going to go up by $8.
Oh, yeah. Y'all about to pay some more money for Disney Plus. Congratulations. Yeah. Chris Gore and WDW Report were given false leaks. There's no cleaning house at Marvel Studios, just like there's no Lucasfilm Civil War. So I don't know. I know the Lucasfilm Civil War probably ain't going down. Again, we got to see what happens with Marvel. This is still stuff that was in the pipeline, before Marvel started cleaning house, supposedly. This is still stuff that was in the pipeline. Are we looking at possibly, the last vestiges of the woke stuff in Marvel? That's what we've been told. Chris Gore heard that. Other folks have heard it. We got to wait and see how that all plays out, Parker. But in my opinion, if they don't do it, it's a wrap. Okay, it's a wrap. These stories and these shows and these franchises cannot continue the way that they are going. All right, you can't keep trying to crank out Agatha all along, expect fans to show up for this crap. All right, the next thing coming from Marvel is what? Captain America: Brave New World. All right, with Falcon.
What TV? Are they still going to release Ironheart?
We don't know when Ironheart is coming, but the next thing we know is coming. And we're going to get to Ironheart because Ironheart is on the slab, but that's another female character.
Ready to throw at the screen for that. That's going to be
I don't think anything good is going to come out of that show. All right. I don't think anything's good coming out of Thunderbolts. I was pointing out, T, do you know how many people have watched that trailer since it dropped? At the time that I recorded my video about it, it was like 14 million people. I'm curious to see where it is at right now for Thunderbolts. Remember, back in the day when Marvel dropped a trailer, you would get like damn near 100 million views like on that first day. What has Thunderbolts done? Let me check that out real quick. Thunderbolts is not, nobody's watching this trailer. It's still sitting at 14 million. It is still sitting at 14 million people. Look, bruh. Look at this. All right, let me zoom in on this. Nobody cares. This is look, Marvel. You used to get 14 million views in the first the first 3 hours. Everybody was rushing to watch the trailer. Now 14 million views in 6 days. 6 days, and most of this is like the first 5 days or the first 2 or 3 days. This is how bad right now the brand damage is for Marvel. Anything that would be shown, it doesn't matter. Oh, yeah, Thunderbolts got a new trailer, something else, Captain America, Civil War, Guardians of the Galaxy, whatever. This thing would be sitting at 80, 90, 100 million views at the very least after a week. This thing is barely going to get past 15 million views. This is where the Marvel Cinematic Universe is right now. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. This thing is toast.
D. Do you remember in the 80s? You remember in the 80s, man? Remember all the 80s cartoons, He-Man, all other stuff? They got away with She-Ra. They got away with She-Ra, and they got the bright idea to say, hey, you know what, guys? Oh, man, it's all this boy testosterone shows on Bugs Bunny, Tweety, all that stuff. Because we got the bright idea. We'll come up with a female superhero called Jim and the holograms. And it did what? It freaking tanked. It tanked. I mean, it's memorable, but it tanked. You know why? Because boys didn't like that. You cutting into my hour. Wait a minute. The boys are going to be the ones outside playing hoops and doing all this stuff. And you got
as soon as you throw some girls on, I'm out. Let me get out of here. Yep, I'm out. I'm not going to sit around and watch it.
Out.
Yep,
I'm out.
Real quick, let me hit these super chats because I've been neglecting them. Thanks, everybody, for your patience. SWA with a $5. How many DC characters has Clancy Brown played? Lex Luthor, General Ailing, and then Maroni. Yeah, I mean, he is great as Maroni, man. I loved him in this episode as well. I'm not going to give any spoilers, I promise. But the acting in the Penguin is really the standout story when it comes to this show. The acting in The Penguin is absolutely phenomenal. SWA, you're right, man. Clancy Brown's a great actor. They were so lucky to get this dude. I can't believe that he's in this show. Jeez, man. It is phenomenal, man.
Remember when he was in The Boys, the movie The Boys, with him and Esau Morales? Remember him? Remember they had, man, dude. You don't remember The Boys, dude, when they put them soda cans and when that dude put the soda cans in a pillowcase and he tore them up? Oh man, Clancy Brown, dude.
I gotta go back and watch that.
Classic, dude.
Yeah, Clancy Brown was also the voice of Parallax. Nick Young. Oh no, sorry, Sergeant Giantina said he was the Parallax in Green Lantern 2011. Yeah, they love this guy apparently. They keep putting him in stuff. Yeah, he's awesome. Great, man. Rafa Balde with the €5. If it wasn't for her brain and dumb diss track with her afro looking like undercover brother Golly T, I feel you. Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame, buddy.
T is in the Hall of Fame, man. He knows his chicks, man. He's the Hall of Famer, gold jacket wearing. Yeah. Thank you very much for the €5, Rafa Balde. Yeah, look, man. Amanda Stenberg is cute. Apparently she's still losing the poll. Let me see, where are we at right now with the poll? 83 to 17 percent. Sydney's still winning. All right, so yeah, I'm sorry, T. Sydney still got this thing. We got another one coming from SWA for 2.
It's like Pam Anderson, man. First, I used to be like, oh man, Pam Anderson's so fine, dude. And everybody kept saying, man, she's good from far, but far from good, dude. And that's what I'm saying. Like, and Pam Anderson is phenomenal.
Yeah, but that's a lot of women. Once you get that makeup off of them, man, a lot of women look like
the cake up, man. The cake up is the fake up, dude. Come on, man. I'm talking about pound for pound. Wake up in the morning, in the shower, getting it good. Do you look good? Or do you got crayon face on the pillows? No.
SWA for $2. He released their Deadpool and Wolverine vid. Thank you for shouting that out. We'll have to check that out when we get an opportunity. Let me see if I missed any others. Yeah, sometimes these super chats disappear if you don't get to them right away.
That's a Deadpool drop on Deadpool drops on Disney Plus.
I think it's coming this week. Yeah, it's coming this week. Yeah, so that's gonna be a nice little tidbit of news.
That ought to boost the ratings.
Keep our eye on that. But look, let's talk about something that is working. We always talk about the shit that ain't working. Let's talk about something that is working right now, and that's the Penguin. This last episode, and again, we're not going to do any spoilers, T, so no spoilers for the folks that haven't seen Penguin yet. But episode 2, Sophia Falcone steals Pharaoh's thunder and DC's slow burner. Look, I said it from day one. Her very first scene in the first episode was dynamite, and she hasn't slowed down yet. Crazy eyes all day. Her habits, everything that she does with this character and all the habits that she possesses within this character. You could see she like really dove deep into her like crazy woman, like bag of tricks, and she pulled them all out. I mean, she is absolutely scary, menacing, and she's tiny, man. She's a tiny little thing, but she is scary as hell, menacing, and in a lot of ways, Screen Rant's not wrong. She kind of upstages Colin Farrell in this episode. In this episode, I think she kind of upset. Look, he still does a great job too. He has some great lines in this. Now, I ain't gonna share them because they'd be spoilers, but he has some phenomenal lines in this particular episode that had me dying. But her overall presence is just felt. And I mean, the Penguin right now is amazing, man. This is the kind of shit that we should be watching. Again, we are not going to talk any spoilers, but T, briefly, how did you feel about episode 2? Just in my opinion, it's right there with episode 1. It's right there with episode 1.
I feel like she is the shiny light. I'm paying attention to the Penguin, but she's the shiny light in the background like this. And you can't help but say, wait a minute, dude. It's like a bee that's gonna sting you. Like, man, that's a hornet, man. And where it lands, it's gonna sting you. Like this show has such great acting for characters. You're like, man, because it doesn't seem there's no dragons in the background and none of this swords, and it's just a real life scenario where you're like, I don't know what's going to happen, right? Every moment.
I don't know where this show. Look, every time I think I know where the show is going, it throws me for a loop. I'm like, okay, now I don't. What? I thought I knew this thing, and it's in the writing. It's all in the writing because they're writing the story a certain way. Again, I'm trying hell as hard as hell not to spoil this, but they're writing the show a certain way where you can almost see, okay, I'm following it. I know where this is going. I see the steps, and then curveball, and you're like, huh? And now it's like, okay, now what's going to happen? And so that just pulls you more into the story because they throw that curveball at you somewhere in the middle of this episode, and you're like, wait a minute, what? And then you, okay, oh, that's what. And then you just have to applaud it at the end, like great.
Let me add on to that, G. Let me add on to that, man. Pause.
Wait, real quick, keep talking. I'm gonna be right back. Keep talking.
What I'll say about this show is every time they do throw those curveballs or something doesn't seem right, it's quickly followed up by something that makes you forget. Because it's seamless. Because there are a bunch of like gaps, but they're like, wait a minute, hold up, wait a minute, and it's very, very. It's a smooth transition into understanding what you don't understand. The little that you do get, you're like, man, I want more of that. Let me get this. Let me get more. The acting is so good. If they did reshoots, man, they really, really focused on it being character driven, and I see everybody in their roles portraying their roles correctly. And this episode is with a female. Like, I mean, it's this lady is this Falcone lady she is phenomenal, man. She's phenomenal. When she's on screen, you can't move, man, or you want to press pause, man, to make sure that you're fully engaged in what she's doing, man, because at some point this lady's a villain. And my heart goes out to her because she's in pain. She's in pain, and you feel it through her actions. And then she's unsettling. She is very, very unsettling amongst a crowd that's unsettling. That's that to me, that's good acting, good writing, and especially good directing because you have to get the most out of what you got, man. And regular TV cannot do this. Regular TV cannot give you what the Penguin is giving you right now.
I 1000% agree. I got one more hanging out in the back. We about to bring him on right now. The homie Syphax is in the house hanging out. Look, Syphax, we talking the Penguin. Have you seen it yet?
Yeah, I watched it. I was just on with
no spoilers.
Hold My Dual Shock for a little bit there talking about.
You got to bring them on, D. You got to bring Hold My Dual.
They're great. I'm surprised. Like,
you,
if you watch any of their videos, and I'm surprised, it's one of those ones that I'm surprised that they're not bigger than they should be because like videos are really well done. Like everything.
Oh my gosh,
cuts,
the whole crew,
editing, everything is. I mean, it's way better than what I do. I'll tell you that. But
man, the whole crew is. they are so dope, man. Man, you wanna. Those
well,
two?
Look here, look, hold up, because they just dropped the super chat on us. Hold My Dual Shock reviews for a $5. Amanda Stenberg is going to end up on a pole in the club with money being thrown at it.
You need to bring them on, D. You need to bring them on.
She's going to end up on a different pole, but it'll be still a pole.
What is the hate with the Mandela, dude? Look.
Hey, look, right now she's losing on the poll on the Sydney versus Amanda poll. 15% for Amanda Stenberg, 85% for Sydney Sweeney. Go ahead and vote in the poll if you haven't done so already. I'm gonna close it up in about 5 minutes. I have a feeling Sydney's gonna win. I think Sydney got this.
What is that?
Thank you very much, Hold My Dual Shocks. So since everybody wants to get y'all on, I guess one of these days we're going to have to make some time and get y'all through here.
They're great, man. They're great.
We'll do it. We'll do it for sure. For sure.
Bring them on.
Hey, thanks for the 5. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
Much obliged. They're nice enough to bring me on, and they found me through your stream, and they're awesome, man. I appreciate them having me on, man. And so,
you guys get out there and support.
I've seen T on there a couple times in the chat, and he even jumped on one of the last times right before I just went on my little mini vacation or whatever. And they're awesome. And thanks for promoting my channel, by the way.
You hear that? But, look at Syphax just said. You heard that? Y'all can hear because his thing was cut. He said that Stenberg is a 10-2. Come on, man. I'm not up here alone. He loves her. He loves her. Down with Cindy.
Look,
she's watchable. She's watchable. I get it, but you know, the biggest problem with a bunch of these actresses is like the kind of same thing that a lot of Hollywood has going on is like we have too much exposure to them, and then you start learning how they are actually in their personal lives, and they're one way or the other, and it's like, well, it's like, hell, man, I know people that I used to think were 9s or 10s, and then all of a sudden you learn about their personality, and it's like, actually, you're like more like a 6 or 5 because you suck. Like, that's
they get to have bad days too, man.
But
they got a lot of secrets, dude. Hollywood is so horrible from what I understand, man. Dude, like when they took out my boy Chekhov, dude, the new Chekhov on Star Wars, man, Star Trek. They took him out like that, man, talking about, oh, man, he was trying to fix his car, man. He got stuck in between bull, man. You know what I'm saying? They had a fixer, man. They had a Ray Donovan to, man. But, hey, man, that dude was a good actor, man. He was very good. And what's it, oral something, man? He's got a –
Yeah, it was like that.
He was a good actor, dude. You got a
Cartoon Network show or whatever.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to Drunk 3PO hanging out in the chat, always hanging out with us. Appreciate
Drunk
you, brother.
3PO.
Hey, man, I met him one time. And the time I met him was when he came out and he was in that. You've probably seen the video or the picture where he came out and he was like in that really nice sports car, and he comes out and he looks like a rock star or whatever. And I was like, man, that's the first time I met him when I was out there in Vegas. One of the times, you know, it was the only time he did it, or that I remember, anyways. And it's like he's such a nice guy, man. He's great. If you get a chance to meet him, he's awesome, man. He's good people.
Awesome. Can't hear you, D. You muted, man. You muted.
And I'm sorry, Knee Pain was in the house. I was just saying, Drunk 3PO is one of my favorite channels to watch when I'm just like chilling, and it's like, man, who haven't I watched today? It's like I'll go to like a few people. Drunk 3PO is always on my like daily watch list. So thank you, bro, for coming through here, man. Yeah, daily, every day, man.
Hey, D,
if he if he drops a video, it usually a pop up, but you don't always catch everybody's video when they drop, because you got like 100 subscriptions.
When you watch people like you watch Nerdrotic, you watch Geeks and Gamers, and all of a sudden it's like, hey,
Saturday is a blind spot.
You're subscribed to like 100 different people, and you're like,
Saturday is definitely a blind spot.
40 there's 40 videos an hour that you're not watching, and it's like, man, I only got time for like a couple of these. They add up real quick.
Yeah,
I've noticed
I
noticed that Saturday is a blind spot, man. Like, after all the college football is done and like people are chilling at the house, man, there's nothing on TV, man. They don't even try on network television. Like, even if you have network television, you're not checking out for something that's going to be on Saturday night, man. Maybe it used to be Catch a Predator 48 hours, man, but I'm not, like I'm past that, dude. So the content that you guys make, man, is greatly appreciated. The conversations are much needed, man, on a lonely Saturday night, man. Even the leading rusher is lonely on Saturday night. Not really, but I like my space, man. I'm an introvert. But look, I'm gonna tell you, Saturday night is a blind spot, dude. Saturday nights and Friday nights are a blind spot on YouTube.
What's like as far as streaming goes, if you want to like get into the right hours and whatnot, you can kind of look at and we've even talked about that, like this side of the internet. There are certain times, how you're saying, like Saturday is a good one, where it's like there's certain lulls in the streaming space that it's like, if you just jump into there and you got a couple hours spare and bullshit about whatever you're going to talk about, and you might be able to clean up house in between stuff or whatever, because some people
I wake up at 6 o'clock.
They're done with watching TV. They're done with watching this and that, and then they're like, man, I just want to hear people talk about this stuff. And if you got something worth a damn to say, and like jump in between those hours, and it's a good time to do it. You can look at it and whatever, jump in between those.
Or else I'm gonna watch Saturday morning cartoon.
Trying to compete with some of these bigger names at the same time. It's like, yeah, you might have a little pushback.
Look,
there.
you're gonna have to figure that out, bro, because now that you got a channel, You got to figure out when is your live stream time. You know, you got to get in.
Dude,
you got to figure it out.
I heard you got one going and I can't find it. You need
oh wait, hold up. Let me.
Chat, I want to click on it.
Yeah, let me go ahead.
Hold on, man. I'll be right back.
Let me link that up right there. There you go. Conspiracy. That's the new channel for T. Yeah, look, man, and it's gonna be fun, man. I cannot wait to see what this guy has in store for us because he's full of conspiracy theories. You guys have no idea the conversations that me and T have offline are just insane. All right, absolutely insane. So this guy's got a lot to say. I'm looking forward to seeing what it is. I'm ending the poll, so if you didn't get a chance, it's too late. Sydney Sweeney wins 88% to 12% over Amanda Stenberg. The poll is now over. Look, man, I don't think you can go wrong either way. Both of those chicks can get it.
I'm just saying. Drunk 3PO get a mod before I did, man. I've been here longer than him. No.
What? You know what, man? I just modded you up, bro.
It's all good. I haven't paid long enough. No.
Knee Pain said 12% of y'all need help. Yeah, I'm gonna make Knee Pain a mod too. Let me see how I get him to be a mod. Yeah, I don't see you in the chat that much,
I don't need one, man. But at the same time, it's like, come on. I feel I might have been here a minute.
Look, bro, I'm just figuring out how to do a lot of stuff on YouTube. So if you was in the chat, if you was type something real quick, type something and you would
in the chat. I'm on your stream, brother. Come on.
Yo, shout out to all the mods. Thank you very much, mods. I know. I'm just tripping, man. Hey, shout out to all the mods. I appreciate you. Hey, when is DA having me on, bro? You could jump on right now. I'll send you something right now. You just want
man, I'd like to.
Drunk, you could jump on right now if you got time. I'm gonna send you a link every time I go live. I'm sending Jay a link, and if he want to jump on, he's more than welcome to.
And what he's doing, even in the comic book space, where he's like, he's the man what he's doing, or that he started with, it was like it's more of a children's comic, but it's like everyone, I didn't get it, and I wish I would have got it, but it's like what he's doing in that space is phenomenal, and everyone that seems like they got it is just hyped about it, and everything that I've heard about the dude and watched him, and when he comes on. It's like, sure, he's a little like they goof around on him or whatever a little bit, but it's like he just seems like just the nicest fucking dude ever. And you know what?
And that's the thing, man. You got a dude that is not just funny and fun, but he's also like creative, so you got a creative somebody in the space that we actually trust, and somebody that is just here for the entertainment and not for some stupid agenda. And it's like we need to start supporting these folks. You guys hear me? That's like one of my biggest pleas when it comes to the YouTube space is, man, make sure you guys are supportive of all of these cats that
he's a perfect example of good people, man. And,
right, exactly.
Support the good people like that, and it's like
this is how we. Look,
I mean, if you don't support someone like that, it's like, who are you going to support, man? I don't know. I like it personally. He's like I said, he's good people. I met him all of like one time in person, and he said
that's
awesome
nice of the DA
to
help make a wish by letting Drunk 3PO on. He's really shining against all out of control, man. Out of control.
He doesn't want to jump on just in case all of a sudden your channel shoots up past 100,000 than his did.
Nah. Oh shit, that ain't gonna happen anytime soon, man. That ain't gonna happen no time soon. All right, look, let's get over to this, man. As we see if Jay is gonna drop in for a few. We got another topic to talk about, fellas. We got another one. Let's go ahead and bring this up. So you guys already know we talked about Ironheart. And we've been discussing, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We talked about it a little bit earlier. We are now getting ready for this series to drop. I don't know why Bounding into Comics. Hold up, man. I don't like the way Bounding into Comics does this. Let me drop this over on Brave. Let me pull this up on Brave, man. Bounding into Comics, they always have like these crazy ads. It's like it makes the video just look like crap when you share their shit. All right, so here we go. All right, so look, Ironheart is going to have the same tones as Ms. Marvel, and Riri Williams will be confirmed as bisexual because why not? Right?
Because of course, right?
Because of course, exactly. Hold up, let's go ahead and bring in the man of the hour himself, Mr. Drunk 3PO, Jay. Hey, what up, brother?
Man?
How's it going,
What's
my
good,
man?
Thanks for the link.
Yeah, absolutely, man. You're gonna get one now and forever, as long as I got a channel. Every time I go live, one of these is going to you, bro.
Yeah, this was made by my friend AI, 2 letters. So
can you spell that for us again?
How you guys doing, man? Dude, hold on. This is big for me. I'm a huge fan of DA. Always have been. I'm the one that said, Jeremy, you got to watch this cat, man. Like he's dropping bombs. The only thing is, what's up with your avatar, man? Did your phone fall out of your pocket and it just took a picture?
You know
what's going on with that avatar, man?
So I need check to know this out. Story. So check this. There's a story behind that. So I was avatar, the avatar right here that you guys are looking at. All right, that thing. Okay, I was working out one day. And I was trying to take a picture of something on the ground. All right. I want to say it was it was something weird, like a Twinkie or a cupcake smashed up or whatever, and send it to a friend of mine. But I had it reversed the other way. I had the camera spun around and I took this picture and sent it to that person. And they said, "Oh, that's actually a really cool picture of you." And I said, "It is?" And they said, "Yeah, that's a dope picture. I like the way you look. You look kind of cool. You're like staring out into the sunset or whatever it is you're doing." And they said, "Hey, keep that." And I said, "All right." So I just used it for a lot of different things for profile pictures because I don't like taking profile pictures of myself.
Well, you look like Static Shock, man. You look like you're about to go in.
Dude, I met the creator of Static Shock. When I told him about what they did to that character, he actually was baffled. He had no idea what they did with the BLM bullshit. He had no idea. And
the new Static Shock is garbage, man. That's absolutely.
He had no idea that happened at all. He was like,
I heard
and I'm
like, talking about my grand entrance in Vegas on the. Were you were there when I pulled up?
I was there. Like I met you for like half a second. I've been there. I've been to like all the nerderotic G&G meetups for the last like probably
here's the thing.
Or so.
People thought I was showing up with Gina Carano, right? So I'm getting all
these
messages.
Your big ass fucking came out of that car.
I like had all these messages that like we need to get security. I was like, no, she's not coming. I'm telling you, it's not a surprise. So I had to do something. So luckily, I have like a lot of friends all over. So the lady that beautiful woman that drove me there, she has an exotic car rental
she was
company.
Like a supermodel, man.
So it's like I just happen to like know them really well, right? And it's a whole nother story that we won't talk about, but it's like she has all these exotic cars. So I was like, can I get can you drive me in a Lamborghini? That'd be so cool. Like if I could pull up in a Lamborghini. They tried to make it work, but some freaking rich dude, that's not me, showed up and was like, I need a Lamborghini for the weekend. So he took my Lamborghini. So, I had to settle for some other $100,000 car.
Sports car, and that thing was still bitching, man. It was better than the Uber I showed up in by miles.
So I was like, make me a little late and let me pull up, and I got to do it right. So that was fun. But she's a good friend. So it just kind of worked out. It's like advertiser business. Because I knew everybody was going to be standing outside. Like, I knew it. Like, because everyone thought Gina Carano was going to be there.
I was like, that's where all the free tacos were,
Yeah, exactly.
So you wanted to make an entrance, in other words. You was trying to pull up and make a splashy entrance.
I can't even go back now. I can't go back again.
Oh, wow, really?
They think, like, I'm going to, like, fall out of a helicopter next time or something.
He's going to come in like Tom Cruise and parachute in and whatever and just, like, walk right into the building while he just lets it loose or whatever.
Seriously, DA, I just wanted to I didn't want I'm not gonna stay on too long, but I just want to tell you, man, like keep crushing it, man. Like you keep saying like you're trying to figure out YouTube and everything, but you're doing great.
I am. I'm still look, bro, I literally am trying to figure this thing out on the fly because I got all kinds of other shit that I do throughout the day. And when I jump on here, I'm like like almost halfway, like, damn, what am I doing? I don't know. But I'm just myself, you know, I'm just being myself, being who I am. And it seems to be working out so far. So I'm just going to keep doing this. But I literally am trying to figure things out as I go. And yeah, I'm like 20K in and I still feel like I'm a newbie. You know, I still feel like I don't really know. You know what I'm saying?
And he's being modest because DA is a local celebrity, like a old school Wayne's World local celebrity. So the fact that he's doing this is amazing. I'm telling you, man. I had a
cable show back in the day. T puts a lot of extras on shit. I had a cable show back in the day. A lot of cats in the local area knew who I was from that. But you know, I always had to I guess the confidence just to try shit and not really worried about what everybody else thought about it. So yeah, even back then I was just like, let me just give it a shot and see what happens, you know, and just put myself out there. But I'm still learning, bro.
That was like the whole rebellion movement that, you know, that a lot of people are a part of. It has really nothing much to do about politics. It's more about like rebelling against your fears and just doing it no matter what.
Just do it.
Because people, you know, you'll never know. There's always going to be those doubters. There's going to be people that try to snatch your dreams or say you're not good enough. You're too old. You're too young. You're too this. You ain't got the right look, you know. But it's like you got to rebel against those fears, man, and you got to just go out and do it because you never know. You know, it was, and I was only sitting at like 6,000 subscribers when all this stuff just kind of fell into my lap, you know. I had no idea, you know, like all this stuff was going to happen. And it's like, here we are and God's been good in my life. So it's like, what can, you know, and you just enjoy it. That's the other thing I think a lot of people forget. Like they don't enjoy the journey, you know, because like
you got a ton of work that you've done. I love park hopping, man. Park hopping is that's one of my favorite channels.
I was surprised how long it took you to get to 100,000 because
you know what happened?
You for a minute, man, and like your content is great. Like everything about you is, it's actually super positive and everything is just super nice, man. And I'm like, dude, out of everyone around that group of people, and how much, let's just say, how much like hate is distilled on the internet towards that side. I'm like, Jay is like the nicest fucking person, and they
I appreciate that.
you as that. And I was surprised how long it took you to get there because I've been following you probably since 60,000 or so, or 60, about 60,000.
You want to know what it was? Like there was a time where I just was like, I didn't put the care into it I should have. I just was like, because I was like working on these other things. So I just was like, I'm just going to do live streams and not do videos and whatever. And like, everything's fine. It's cruising. Anything over 50K is like, is a like amazing accomplishment, honestly, because not too many people reach that. So it was like, I looked at like Gary, Ryan, Jeremy, all these other Valiant, all these people that were doing the same type of topics and they were doing it so well. I'm like, let's just have some fun for a year or two. You know, I'm not going to focus on subs. And then it was actually Krista from Park Hopping was like, come on, Jay, let me make your thumbnails. Let's change things a little bit. Let's, you know, and let's see it. Let's see if we can get your channel to move a little bit. And then the good Lord up above just said, I'm going to give you the Acolyte to work with, Jay. So here you go. Enjoy the Acolyte. Let's change your channel up a little bit. Let's change your style. Let's see what happens. And it just, it exploded. 30,000 subs in about 3 weeks, about 10,000 subs a week. Just when you finally like sit down and like, all right, let me find my rhythm. Let me find my groove. And it's working. So let's not mess it up. And I moved my podcast over to another channel, which I hope DA comes on. That would be awesome. So I can get into some of your origin stories and all that stuff. And
I'll be watching.
I moved that to another channel, and it's like just got a little organized. And it's like, here we go, and getting ready to launch the second book. And
how's the writing going, man? How's all of that? Because to me, that's the most exciting part, is that you're also
that one's already done, isn't
producing content outside of YouTube and all of that. I love those stories. Those are my favorite.
The whole book is finished. So originally I wrote the whole book. And I sent it out to a bunch of test readers, right? Like, and this was like a 3.5 year process. I didn't know if this thing would ever become anything. And a lot of people were just bringing back, like, you should turn this into a graphic novel. But I didn't know how to, like, I'm not skilled in like cutting it up, you know, and like saying, well, what would be good for book one? And what if we did it that way? So I had to find someone who was like an actual like writer, like that's and I was like, can you look at this and tell me what you think? And he just broke it down perfectly. And I'm like, man, let's come on and do this thing together, man. Like let's put this thing together. And so so the stories are done. It's putting it, here's the term for it, scripting them. It's scripting them to where the artist can draw it, what it looks like. And thanks, Andrew. Yeah, the new one will be up soon. Like that was, I think that's from the old site, but it's like it's gonna bounce over. So
that's the link, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to go and support Jay on that.
So I don't really think it's a comic, because the comic creators that are out there are unbelievable. This was more like a graphic novel, because originally it was just going to be a novel, and so they're like,
it went from novel to graphic novel.
Yeah,
and
so
now
it's like the first one is like, this was 220 pages. Like normal comic books are about 80, right? 80 to 100. So it's like this was 220. So this was a little different.
And that's just part one.
Yeah, it's 4 parts. And if this one bombed, like it would have been I did my best. You know, I went out there and this was it, and nobody wanted it. No problem. I get it. It's not like a superhero type thing. It's more for when I used to teach 5th grade, I just saw a lot of young people that just felt like they had no purpose or no value. I know it's a weird age, I guess, but it's like, so this is just a book of like students that are living in a world that have no color. And I always thought, like, what would the world look like to someone that felt like they have no purpose or no value? What would the world look like to them? And I just thought it would be like a black and white world. And they discover a color, and it takes them on an adventure where they find out that they actually, it's just a simple message of, you can do it. You can be somebody. You don't have to be perfect in life. You can accomplish your dreams. You can do it. Like, don't listen to the lies that are told to you all the time. Yeah, that's the biggest problem in today. It's like people will tell you, you can't do it because of whatever. You're too poor. You're too old. You're too this. You're too that.
Right.
And then people grab that lie and they believe it. They're like, yeah, you know what? Maybe you're right. So now that lies truth in their life. And now that they have truth in their life, they just live their whole life like, yeah, I can't do it because I'm this. No. That's just what someone told you. And most of the time when people tell you that, they tell you because they could never work it out in their own life. You know what I mean? Like
they believed that lie. That's what it is.
Yeah. So they're trying to drag everybody else down with them. Like, you're going to make a book? Well, I wanted to make one and I couldn't do it. So you're not making one either. So let me drag you down. And so anyway,
that's a beautiful message, man. That's a really beautiful message to get out to the kids and to the world. And this is what it's so funny when they say that this side of the, the internet and this side of the, is hateful and bigoted and this and that. And it's like, nah, you got people that actually care, and they're not just putting lip service to the, the issues. They're actually talking them out, and they're saying, this is what's important. All right. Making sure that kids don't fall into the traps of, so many of, the other people that have lived throughout this life that have fell into these random traps of not believing in themselves. Like self-confidence, self-ownership, and belief in yourself. It's one of the more important stories. I wrote a book. You guys know I'm a writer. The Fortunes of Felix Fontana, which I wrote that book literally for the exact same reason, Jay, but in a different way, because it was for my son. My son, who at the time was 12 years old, and it was about him believing in himself, and I was like, you need to believe in yourself. And I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and write a story and write a book. There you go. T got him. Thank you, T. T says, I don't promote enough. Yeah, that's my other novel. Yeah.
You don't promote it. Yeah, it's the first I'm hearing about it, and I watch your streams all the time.
I'm bad at self-promoting, man. I told you, Jay, I just told you I'm getting used to this stuff, man. I'm not savvy like that yet. But yeah,
right, wait. First of all, hold on. How do I get a copy?
It's in the link of every description,
man. I see you every couple weeks, video. Man. I need a copy of this. What I
every video,
$20. Let's do it.
Every video I put out there, it's in the description of every single video. It's in the description. It's in the description of this video, and it's going to be in the description.
Does that send me to like Amazon or something?
It sends you to Amazon. Yeah, it sends you to Amazon.com.
So I'm going to get that book, and then I'm going to go over it, and then we're going to have you on the podcast, brother. We're going to talk about it because like people love hearing that, like that motivation on.
But yeah, that's literally where that came from. Yeah, it's
well, people think I'm going woke now because the next story has a a person of color. Is that the term? Like, I don't know how we use this term. Like, my friends say, just say black girl. I was like, okay, yeah. Fortuna, like, she's the star of this next book, but they're all like friends.
She was in your last book though, wasn't she?
Yeah.
A friend of the last one, or what? And it's like it always tripped me out why it took you so long of all the people to get that far, because like you just seem like the most. I mean, and this is not a like, I don't want to say it's an insult or whatever, but you're like the most middle of the road, like neutral person that everyone I feel is like it's like you're the good one, you're the nice one that everyone kind of talks about so many ways, and it's like you're the nicest person. And I've met, like I said, I met you or whatever, but even online, or whether it's a YouTube, whether it's on Twitter, or X, whatever you call it now. And it's like you're constantly everyone's like, Jay's the good one, and it's like, why the hell did it take so long for him to get there, man? And you're the nicest dude. And it's like I love seeing it.
Honestly, it was hold on. First of all, I'm in the description, and I don't see no link. So someone lied to me on a live stream. I can't believe
it. Where?
Damn,
there is no link to no book in the description of this live stream I'm on right now.
Oh no, I'm sorry. In the other videos. Okay. And just like my normal content.
I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to make sure you get more views.
Yeah, go click on another video.
Andrew posted
He's just trying to hang out on this one. Yeah, go click on a video and watch me. Give me a view.
I got it. That's pretty
awesome.
But
no, like everybody, I appreciate you guys. Writing is like my first love. It's what I've been doing since I was like freaking 10. I've always wanted to be a writer in some form or fashion. And I am still writing. I'm currently writing a book right now. It's like my first superhero book, and I don't want to mess it up. So I'm really taking my time with it. I have a sequel to Gum. I have a sequel to Felix. I finished them. I just need to polish them up. So for those who have been asking, I know some of you guys have, those are coming. But I am working right now on a superhero, super villain book. Let me put it this way. It's a super villain story, and it's really interesting. It just kind of has dominated my attention. So that's what I'm working on right now for anybody that was interested.
Okay. So I got 3 books in front of me. I'm picking one. Which one do you think I would like the most?
I think the Felix Fontana book is the best. Is
Felix?
It's the one that's closest to me. Everybody talks about the Gum series more. Right, the Gum series was my first, and everybody talks about that one more. But I think Felix, in my opinion, is my personal favorite. So, more people like the Margaret Gum and the Song of Solomon. It's sort of an Indiana Jones style adventure, if you will. So if you like Indiana Jones, if you like world travel, mystery, intrigue, that's what that book is. Felix Fontana is more of a middle grade fantasy. So if you like middle grade fantasy, kid in a supernatural world on an adventure, the story is
forget it. I'm just gonna get
all right.
You sold me. What is this 4-star review? Terrence Williams.
Just get all 3 of them, man. What are you talking
about? This is the great book. I can't wait for the sequel, but you only get 4 stars. Come on now.
Yeah, what's up with that, T?
I gotta leave him with something. Come on now. Come on, man.
Don't gas me up so much. Yeah, leave some room.
You need a little bit of room to improve, right?
As a Hall of Famer, and the all-time leading rusher in the Department of Judging Women, come on, you got just trust on this. Trust me on this.
That's just a long way of saying you're lying to people, man. Come on.
No. Trust your uncle.
He knows what I'm talking about now.
Look, poison ice cream.
Get him October 2nd. All right, I got him.
He's got to make it look like he's being fair. Exactly, man. Exactly. Can't get a 5-star from his friend. That's exactly, man. Why can't I get a 5-star?
I was just reading the name. I didn't know that was you, brother.
That's T. Yeah, that's T, man. Uncle T. Terrence.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Terrence. 1 R. 1 R.
You're hitting him with his 8 Mile name at that point. Come on.
No, but it's like, hey, I'm gonna hop off and let you do your show. I'm a fan. I'm gonna listen. But man, send the link anytime if I'm available. I'd love to hop on.
Thank you very much, Jay. Drunk.
Nice to meet all the rest of you. I know I just bumped into you in Vegas, but hopefully we'll see y'all soon.
It might have been a year and a half ago when you showed up in that car or whatever, but
what's the next meetup going to be at, Jay?
I maybe shook your hand and then
that's my boy.
you went off and did your own thing. But
what's the next meetup?
Gary and all those people. So
San Antonio. And then the one that's October, so it'll be in San Antonio. But I know the big one will probably be Orlando early next year.
Okay.
So they always try to Geeks and Gamers tries to do one around MegaCon, and then Gary likes to do one in Vegas. But the San Antonio one just kind of opened up because they live there. I think they live around the area.
Yeah,
and Gina's gonna be there, and Hayden Christensen's gonna be there, and everyone's gonna so they're pulling out all the stops for this one. So should be fun.
Word them up.
Tiring.
Hey, thank you, Andrew, for putting the links out there.
Andrew's good people, man. I see him in my chat too. So
hey, you guys get over and
I appreciate you guys, man. Keep fighting the good fight, and I'll be talking to y'all real soon.
All right, brother.
It's good seeing you, man.
Thank you very much, Jay. Drunk 3PO, blessing the stream. Guys, I don't even know where we were at, man. Where were we even talking about before Jay came in here?
We got blessed by a celebrity. No.
Yeah, really, man. Really. 100K to big man Jay. He finally got there. Hail, Jay. Thanks once again for coming through. Thanks, Jay says knee pain. Yeah, it's phenomenal, man. Phenomenal. Thank you very much to the Geeks and Gamers crew. The support that they have given us, the 199, everybody out there. You guys have really been supportive. Jay is one of those that has absolutely been rocking it out with me. And I've seen him in the chat many, many times. I don't always shout him out. Sometimes I'll be like, oh, damn, Jay is in the chat, but I always try I'm trying to figure out when I say I'm trying to figure out the YouTube shit. This is what I mean. It's like, all right, I see a cat in the chat. Do I stop talking about the topic I'm talking about? Do I interrupt my guest that's on the stream with me to I don't know. I don't know what the protocol is. I don't know what's good form, So I'm always trying to, I'm trying to figure that out. But everybody seems to be polite and pleasant. So thank you very much. Shout out to the 199 Geeks and Gamers. Jay, Drunk 3PO. Thanks for coming through. Sergeant Giratina says, oh, okay, Deathstroke and Bane. No, I already know. We was at Ironheart. Okay, so let's get back to Ironheart. Let me share this back up. Hold on a second, because I killed it. Oh, yeah, that's what it was, man. I had to jump over to Brave because Chrome was just absolutely screwing up. All right, so Bisexual Riri Williams. Who got something to say about that? Because I think this is just stupid, and I don't understand why. I don't think she's ever been bisexual in any iteration of any comic, at least any that I can remember. Or if she were, they didn't bother to mention it. It's just another thing that is going to absolutely tank this show, because now people are just like, okay, I'm not even going to watch it. I wasn't going to watch it anyway. Now I'm really not going to watch it. And for those that might have been interested, okay, maybe if it's not super woke, never mind, bisexual, and it's going to have the same tones as a failing show in Miss Marvel. What is Marvel doing at this point? These guys have absolutely lost their minds. I don't understand. Are they trying to destroy the franchise? Do they want to make money? Makes no sense to me. Anything. You guys, what do y'all think?
Check the box. It's just a check the box thing. They know this thing doesn't have legs, man. That's why they're doing that. A lot of what we're hearing is self-sabotage from Marvel insiders, right? So it's self-sabotage. Hey, man, we checked the box. We gave them what you want. You want a black superhero as a female that's not a Dora Milaje? Boom. Yeah. We'll throw in this movie Wakanda forever. We'll throw this girl in. She's smart too, and she's sassy. She doesn't want a man. It's all programming to get you right, man. It's like that goddamn Geico commercial I seen with this big fat black dude is effeminate, and then the black lady next to him is talking to a man again. She more masculine than him. This is the agenda, man. So it's just role reversals, man. Doesn't matter if they're a black person, a green person, a gray person, an orange person. They're trying to. They got this agenda for manipulation, man. This show is not going to be any good already in my mind because it's not worth it. Look at that terrible CGI that's on her. She looks terrible. She looks like she got an attitude. She looks like she doesn't wash her pussy. I don't want to see this shit. You know that shit stinking in that fucking suit, sweating. If fucking Iron Man was fucking sweating, you know she ain't got no cool down method. She ain't got no cool down method for them goddamn braids and them weave. What the hell you think she gonna do in there? That shit stink. Fucking course it's Ironheart. It's iron pussy. What the fuck? Ain't she like fucking girls? So bitch, wait a minute. You wait a minute. Tony Stark built this shit in a fucking cave. And what you do? You built this in your coochie with another chick. You building fucking iron machines. Why don't you bring an iron dick? God damn it. Worried about this bullshit. Nobody wants to see this Disney. I'm supposed to sell it to my kids. My kids are grown, but I mean, like, why would I don't have grandkids, but like, what are you supposed to do with that? Nobody's checking for that. Are you checking for this, D? Oh, pause. I didn't mean to say it like that. What I meant to say is this worthy of watching? Is this worthy of watching? No. Well, fuck it. You didn't say nothing. I'm going on. And then look at her, man. Where is she at? She's supposed to save you. And you heard Letitia Wright quit acting, right? You heard that. She's gone. She quit acting and found Jesus. Good for her. But like, look at that. Look at her. You got that nerve to have makeup on her. Look at her nostrils flaring. Come on, man. Come on. I can't hear you, man.
I haven't said
Cyfax, go ahead and go off, man, because T been out here talking.
No, I mean, T's right for the most part about everything, but I think the other thing that's not really, maybe that it's not that he didn't consider it, it's just that what probably most people are thinking is it's a holdover from a bygone era, which is like the 2020s, the 2018 era or whatever. And this thing has been pushed on and on and on from that era. And like, they can't afford to redo it. They can't afford to do this, that. And it's like, you might be able to do it, but it's like, how much money are you willing to sink into this failed idea that everybody knew was going to be a failed idea? And you just can't do it. You just can't get away with it. And the more and more that they've seen that some of these other things have been the same idea is pushed in them or whatever, which is whatever, like however they're doing stuff, and all of them failed. They've all just
they all have. Every last one.
They all shit the bed, or whatever. And it's like How long can you continue to do that? And at this point, that's why it's like, from what I understand, this thing has been done for like a year or two.
A couple years. Yeah, it's been done for a while.
It's already in the bag. By the time, if they were to do a season 2, let's just say if it happened to be worth a damn, she's already going to be 2 to 3 years older. She won't even look like the same person. So
I mean, obviously the show is going to be trash. I don't think anybody has any confidence in this thing whatsoever. Exactly. But I guess the question is, and to T's rant, this is all about the checking of boxes. All right, how many more boxes can we check on this show? How many more? I guess can we attract any? I don't know who they're trying to attract with this. Why would you try to attract somebody with, we got to make her LGBTQ. Okay. Here's some of the things that they said. Take into their account September 25. Marvel updates claim that the upcoming Black Panther Wakanda Forever spinoff will have the same tones as those of Miss Marvel. Reveal that Riri Williams is bisexual. Received a positive reception to its first test screenings. And its first episode is about 50 minutes long. Look, to me, this is a.
I feel like that's a blatant fucking lie, man.
Listen, I believe it all. Okay, I believe it all, and here's why. Test screenings
fucking thing have cornrows. Does that goddamn thing have fucking cornrows?
Dude, the fucking robot mask has a cornrows. Yes, it's that ridiculous.
Because why not?
Why not? They want to sit around.
Why not, man?
The weave.
Why not? Why not?
Fucking get watermelon too. Give me a bucket of chicken too. Hey man, let me have a number 5 man with a Riri Williams. Come on. What?
You don't like the cornrows? You don't like the representation, T? Is that because you're bald and you ain't got no hair? Is that the problem you got, bro? You ain't got no hair, so you hate the fact that this chick got hair. What the problem is, man?
Is that a COVID mask? What is that? What is this thing on her?
This whole character is trash, bro.
She looks like a motorcycle.
Trash.
She's like a motorcycle.
Yeah. I was like wondering, like,
heard about her original origin story,
like
right?
the shoulder pads, like all of this entire look,
her original
man.
origin story. Do you know anything about her actual origin story?
No.
Which is even, it actually sounds stupider than it really is, but it's like she goes off on one of her teachers because her teacher's like, oh, you can be anything you want, and she's like, well, I want to be better than Tony Stark
and
or whatever, and she's like, oh yeah, you can do that or whatever, and she's like, some reason she like pushes back against it or some form in some form or another, right? And it's like she literally argues with the person who's telling her that she can be better than that, and like she's like no, like it's hard to explain because of how fucking stupid it is. But that's like
Riri Williams has a garbage. Her whole character is garbage, not just her origin story, but the way they've written her after the origin story. Oh crap, here we go. You guys knew him. The madman is back in the house. Staccato DDS has gifted 50 Derek the DA memberships. Staccato DDS once again coming through,
the
bro.
Myth, the legend right there.
Man, the myth, the legend. Yo, he has his own emoji on my chat. Make sure you guys hit that up real quick. Staccato DDS, put the staccatos in the chat. Fill them up if you are a brand new member. Make sure you say thank you, Staccato DDS, for the love that you've given, allowing us to become members of the DA's channel. I appreciate every last one of you guys. Look, the super chatters have come through, and now we got Staccato DDS doing what Staccato DDS does. Dropping memberships, hooking up channels. Appreciate that, bro. For all the new members that just joined, thanks, Staccato DDS, and I thank you as well. Here you go. Man, that's Aunt Jemima says Staccato is a madman. He absolutely is a madman. It's crazy, man. Thank you once again, brother, for the love.
Man. I like
look, man, this is such a great community. This is such a great community, and I wouldn't trade you guys for the world, man. Everybody that comes through every stream, I thank you guys. You guys are the best. And Staccato DDS, he's just one of many very supportive members. All right. You know, maybe he's the most supportive, but all of you guys that watch the videos, like the streams, comment on the videos, you know, this is how I got, you know, where I'm at, you know, with the 21K on the subs, and we're still growing.
This side of the internet is awesome, man. Even there's a few people, and mostly it's probably from these streams and whatever, that have joined my channel, and like, I got like 40 something subscribers, and it's because of more than likely your streams and whatever. And I'm super thankful. Thank you guys for joining. But it's like, man, this side of the internet is awesome.
Oh yeah.
And if you get on the right side of them, and you know, you just be authentic and real, like they'll treat you authentic and real, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And
real talk.
You guys are awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, T, you're already at 22 subs. I think when I came in here, you were at like 7. Now you're at 22 subs. This is the power.
Man, thank y'all, man. Thank y'all. I'm gonna come with content with
look,
definitely conspiracy.
All right, me and T are gonna be fighting over this shit now.
Yeah. Hey,
I love it. I love it.
That robot had cornrows. Y'all don't think that's a problem, dude? Who designed that with the Harley? It's got a Harley Davidson chest plate. What is this? Y'all
like plus size agrees with you. I'm with you on your rants, T. This is an insult to people of color. She is a joke. Nobody wants to see that trash, man. It's real talk, man. Nobody needs cornrows on a robot helmet. Like, what the fuck is that shit about? You know,
and y'all gotta
people are so. This is the problem I got with all of this DEI crap, is that it really comes off as insulting because they do shit like that. Oh, right. You know, black people. You know what black people would love? You know what black people would love? Let's put some cornrows in the helmet, right? Let's put some cornrows in the helmet. That's what black people are looking for. It's like, wait, what? What are y'all talking about? Nobody wants to see this nonsense. Okay,
Black
just give us legitimate good stories.
Any people don't want to see this. This is
Nobody.
This is trash, dude. Y'all need to stop that, man. Enough, Kevin. Pull the plug. Damn it.
Nah, Kev can't do it, man. He got it. He answers to his bosses. Okay, he answers to his guys over there at Disney, man. And Disney is super woke, so it is what it is. All right, let's move on.
Not show that
because look, we got another one. And this one, T, I'm so glad you joined in, and you too, Cyphex, because I want to hear what your ideas are. We get into Bane and Deathstroke. Okay, so now we have news that Bane and Deathstroke is getting a movie from DC Studios. Says DC will be doing some back-breaking development work to bring these criminals to the big screen. So, look, Penguin right now as a villain, phenomenal. Okay, we love it. We're glad to see them focusing on the villain. We got Joker. They've been focusing on the Joker. He's about to have his second movie dropping in a day. Or no, well, I'm seeing it tomorrow. It's going to be at Burbank. I'm actually going out there to watch an early. Are you going to that, Cyphex?
I'll be out there with you, man. Like I don't know if I'll be
cool.
there early or not, but I'll be there for the showing.
All right, for real, yeah. So now we're getting Bane and we're getting Deathstroke. So Batman villains, look, Batman has the best villains gallery, bar none. And now we're going to get a movie with Bane and Deathstroke. I don't know if it's Bane versus Deathstroke or it's Bane and Deathstroke teaming up. It doesn't really say in this article, but we do have the rumor that, yeah, this is what's happening. I want some thoughts, guys. Where do they go with this? What is this all about? Bane and Deathstroke? I've been like, and I have my opinions on it, but I want to hear from you guys. What do y'all think of these two characters in a movie together?
Go ahead, T.
T's trying to figure it out.
You know, I would sound like a hypocrite because, you know, I like seeing the villain's story. Obviously, it's probably going to be an origin story, probably two-sided, man. I would love to see if they did like they used to do, like when, you remember how they did the Tales from the Dark Side, where they still three different stories, man, or like that third story, they come to act 3, they come together, you know, so you get to know it. Sort of like how they did Kill Bill. I think this is cool, man. I want to see the origin story. Would I have chosen those two? Probably not. But you know, it's Warner Brothers, man. Like they've got wiggle room to do what they need to do. Especially they built up cred with Penguin these 3 episodes, man. They're gonna have to come with the fire and heat, man. Would I have done a movie? Probably not, you know. But I would have focused on Arkham Asylum, man, and just had characters like that, and you know what makes the villains tick. I mean, how is this going to get me interested in the hero? Right? That's what I want to know.
Yeah. No, that's a good question, man. Go ahead, bro.
What I think works about it is so Deathstroke is more of like it's a very dexterous character. It's like you know he's quick. He should be quick on his feet. And then the other one, Bane, is like he's a powerhouse. He has like, he's strong. Anytime he would be throwing a fist around or whatever, it's like it would do a bunch of damage. So he's somewhere in between. And then Batman is naturally somewhere in between both of those. And so to watch him outsmart those people, obviously with his gadgets and everything else that he has, it could kind of work if that's what they do. But we'll see.
I'm curious
they
as
they haven't really done it.
But what do they do? Are they teaming up? Are they fighting each other? Like, what is okay, Deathstroke has been hired to assassinate Bane, and now he's going up against him. Like, what is the story behind it? I think the story that they're going to try to tell in this is going to be crucial, because if you have them teaming up, who are they teaming up against? If they're going at each other, you know, how does that storyline work? You know, there's so many different angles, and they've answered none of these questions. Right now, it's just a rumor, and right now it's talking about it's in the scripting phase, so they're trying to come up with an idea. So that's kind of where I wanted to go with it. Like, what's the idea that you have here? Do these two team up to try to take out Batman? I think that would be really good, but I don't think this is going to be that becomes a Batman movie. It sounds like this is going to be a Deathstroke Bane movie. So, like, what is this? You know, like, I don't know what's the idea behind this? Where do we go with this? You know, because it seems so kind of weird just to have this thrown out there like that. Like, oh yeah, we're going to do a Bane and a Deathstroke movie. Like, why?
It could be one of those movies where it's like at the beginning he's fighting one or the other, and then he deals with them in one way, and then he fights the other one. And at the end of the movie, they have to kind of team up to be an actual
go up against
threat, an actual
Ra's
threat
al
to
Ghul or
Batman.
some shit,
And then they go from there. But
yeah,
well, I mean, we'll see, man. And
so this is what the story. This is what we have. Sources tell the Hollywood Reporter that Bane, the super steroid injecting antagonist who was previously seen in the 2012 Christopher Nolan movie The Dark Knight Rises, and Deathstroke, another popular arch nemesis in the comic book company's fold, are being lassoed together for a movie. The James Gunn, Peter Safran-led DC Studios is developing a script from Matthew Orton, the scribe on Captain America: Brave New World. That obviously gives me a moment of pause, like, oh, okay, why are you getting this writer?
Dude, that trailer looks bad for Captain America, man. Shit.
Yeah.
What the fuck are they doing?
Yeah, so that's basically it. No director, and then they just kind of go into the history of the two characters. I love, obviously, Bane. I think Bane is a phenomenal. Excuse me, not Bane. Deathstroke. Deathstroke is one of my favorite villains. Period. Obviously with with Teen Titans, that is a phenomenal. He's great in Teen Titans, man.
Maybe they'll have Teen Titans in there. Maybe they'll do an intro to Teen Titans, which would be great. We bring in some of their younger audience, because they don't seem to be aiming anything at the younger audience. So
why not? That's another thing. Like, why have they not tried to get the Teen Titans going? Like, there's so much meat on the bone with that franchise. I just don't understand it. But yeah, I don't know where this goes. I don't know where this goes.
I think it's because they haven't even established their main characters yet. So
right.
The main characters aren't even established enough to where, okay, how are the offshoot characters going to be? But you don't even have the main ones done, or at least, I don't know, recognized enough in the universe that you're starting. I don't think it works. Hollywood, if you don't have them there, you can't do it. It's like, well, this person is an offshoot of so and so, and it's like, well, I don't think Hollywood is like, what the fuck, or whatever.
I don't think Hollywood is good at manipulating. Pardon me. I don't think they're good at manipulating the youth, like you and D have said about how anime works. That's not Hollywood's genre. So they don't know how to manipulate the youth. Like, it was just automatic, right? Like, it's like McDonald's building a customer saying, hey, I'm gonna get the Happy Meal, man. You're just gonna get the Happy. It's automatic. I'm gonna get the Happy Meal. I think they don't know how to do that anymore. They're so out of touch to how to connect with the youth, man. They don't have MTV like they used to have, right? All those gimmicks don't work. So how are you going to reel the youth in? That's why you don't see Warner Brothers, which is one of the biggest studios ever. They're not even trying to reach out to the youth, man. They don't take them seriously, man. Neither does Disney. Disney's about to put out that Ironheart bullshit. And this movie, this right here, us as older fans, we're like, what is this about? Like, why can't you just be direct? Why does it have to be so coy and cat and mouse with information now? It's not like I got to go to the yellow pages to get information. I have to physically get a book. I can just look online and see, okay, what do I need to get? Find famous quotes. Like, I don't know why. What's the problem with just being upfront about what the agenda is going to be and what the people want? Why can't you? They're not in the customer service business. They're in the customer serving business. And I don't understand why.
Fair point.
I mean, yeah, you're right to a certain point, but how you were saying, like, you shouldn't have to go to the yellow pages, but it's like nowadays the yellow pages is like Wikipedia, and that's why a lot of people online look at people as like a Wikipedia warriors or whatever. And once you start doing shit like that, it's like all of a sudden people think that they know something about something after reading it for 5 minutes instead of, I don't know, 200 issues of a comic. And then people sit there and call you on your bullshit real quick, because in the Wikipedia thing, it's like, oh, in one paragraph it says this, and it's like, that's not the fucking character, man. It
at all. Yeah, like they'll take that one little instance of a character and they'll throw it in there, and then they'll try to build an entire story around that. Yeah, that's bullshit. Akito says Deathstroke was pretty good in the early era of the Arrow TV show. I think that was its second season of Arrow. I thought Arrow was solid.
I think that was the first season of Arrow. Actually,
was that the first, or was that the first season? It was
Yeah,
pretty early on.
He was
yeah,
like
I
one
think
of the
you're
main villains of the first one.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. There's a lot you could do with Deathstroke. You know, like I said, the Teen Titans seems to me to be the place where I would introduce Deathstroke. You know, instead of trying to, I don't know. I've never seen, and I know he's a Batman villain, but I've never really seen him as a prominent Batman villain. To me, it's more, you know, Teen Titans. That's where I fell in love with that particular character. And I feel like that's where that character was done his best work, you know, with the Judas Contract. If they get back to doing the type of character that Deathstroke was there, instead of some of the other iterations that we've seen from him, and he's really never been bad, but I think that's what I want to see. I want to see that Judas Contract Deathstroke, you know, conniving, calculating, but also
He's a character that operates in like the gray, you know. It's like he's in a gray persona where it's like, well, he means well or whatever in his own way, but compared to other people's ideology and stuff, it doesn't match up.
It was the second season. Yeah, it was the second season.
Was it the second season? Okay.
It was the second season. Yeah, it was phenomenal, man. That was the best season. Like Dragon Master says, the second season.
I think it was the first two seasons were like the good seasons, and all of a sudden,
the first two seasons of Arrow, the first two seasons of Flash, exactly, and the first seasons of Legend of Tomorrow. We were talking about it last week. We were talking about this last week. The first season of Legends of Tomorrow was good. Okay, it's when you got away. After that, shit fell all the way off. All right. All the way off. But yeah, I hope that whatever they're going to do with Deathstroke and Bane, man, just please. And again, I trust James Gunn. I was saying this earlier on the stream that I had on George the Giant Slayer. James Gunn really hasn't let me down that much. For the DC content, okay, Peacemaker, Suicide Squad, liked them both. No arguments, okay? I like both of those, and I trust his understanding of comic books. He may not be perfect. He may have fired Henry Cavill, okay, which I still have a problem with, but I trust that this man he knows what he's doing when he's trying to handle these characters. And so we just got to give him a chance to see what it is that he does. If they get this Deathstroke and Bane thing going, I mean, this could be legitimately a great, groundbreaking, like two villains, and this is just a villain story, and we got two villains in this movie. Man, look, I'm all in. I'm all in if they do it right. But, you know, you got to get the right writer. I don't know about this, Captain America, Brave New World writer. I don't know anything about this cat. It doesn't sound like a smart choice. You know, I would probably be staying away from this dude. But nevertheless, if they can get this thing going, we might be talking about it. And I said it last week. Remember, DC with the Joker coming up, obviously with the Penguin right now. You got Creature Commandos. If Creature Commandos knocks it out of the park, and then you get James Gunn Superman, and that knocks it out of the park, you might be talking about the takeover of a lifetime where Marvel has got to just fade to the black. And now it's DC's turn, and DC is about to step in and wreck shop, and we're about to get some of the best DC content we have ever gotten. Okay, that's what I'm here for, man. I am here for the great DC content because I think DC is numero uno, and I feel like they deserve better than what they've gotten. All of these characters have deserved much better than what we got during the DCEU. Right. I don't think they did enough in the DCEU. Some good, but a lot of bad, you know. So anyway, that's my opinion on, you know, Deathstroke and Bane. And again, just hoping for it. SWA says there's going to be animated and live projects, I guess, live action projects. Yeah, there's going to be some of that. I don't know if this is going to be live action. It might be animated. You're right. It could be animated. You know, they've been playing in the animation game a lot. You know, obviously Harley Quinn was another thing that they did animated. Is that still going, by the way?
I hope not, dude. They got Kite Man.
I know at least went up to season 3, and now they did the Kite Man series, which was like a spinoff of that one. And all of it, anytime I've caught any of the episodes of it, they're all, in my opinion, they're all fucking terrible. So, but
yeah.
Some people like it enough to where it's still going. So whatever.
Hey, thank you very much for the $2 SWA. By the way, I haven't said thank you to all the super chatters that have blessed the channel with some bread. So appreciate that. You guys are the ones that keep the lights on. contributing to the community. So thank you very much. Here's a quick thank you for all of the super chatters. Appreciate y'all. Yeah. Thank you guys very much. All right. As usual, we wrap things up when it comes to this channel or this particular show on the box office. So the box office for September is just about over. It's coming to a close. Let's go ahead and check out some of the numbers. Beetlejuice, obviously took the #1 spot in September, 404,000. But you can see well down from the 492 from last year. So this is going to be yet another month that the box office for month by month. Remember, we've been tracking this month over month over month. Every month, except for like 1 or 2, have lost to the previous year. The box office is shriveling up. All right. The box office is shrinking as we speak, and going to the movies is no longer the thing that kids and, even adults are doing. People are waiting for this stuff to come out at home. All right. That's basically what's happening. People are waiting for movies to drop at home. Nobody's going to the theaters. Yeah, Beetlejuice did pretty good. And, this is actually a solid number, 404, as compared to some of the other years. But, when you look at what the box office used to do in September, I mean, it's not even close, man. Like back in 2011, you were getting like $600 million in the box office. So to have $400 million in the box office, that's bad, man. That's just bad news. So people are stepping away from going to the films and going to movies. We were talking about this, or actually I was talking about this, I think with my brother. We were talking about like the gimmicks that everybody's using to try to get people to go back into the theaters. And right now it's like, popcorn buckets? Like that's all they can offer, like a bunch of popcorn buckets and little, things like that. Like nobody can get people into the theaters based on these films. The movies that are coming out, nobody cares, man. Nobody's really here for these movies. So at some point in time, they're going to have to change something up in Hollywood. Otherwise, these movie theaters are just going to shrivel up and die, straight up. We've talked about this in the past, bro. Like, I think movie theaters really need to revamp what it is that they're doing. Like maybe, you have like the reclining seats, delivery to your, you can get some better meals, delivery to the, directly to your chair, wherever you're watching the film at. Like you can get all of that right now, but that doesn't seem to be getting people back into the theaters. There's bars now. I think like every theater I go to now has like a open bar, or not an open bar, but a bar where you can go out and you can buy drinks and all that kind of stuff. Like that doesn't seem to be bringing people in. What's going to bring people back to the theaters, bro? Because I think theaters by maybe 2027, 2028, they're probably going to be dried up at that point, man.
They need to do like dollar menu negotiations with local restaurants in like wherever they're at, establish, hey, they need to have a sushi bar there. They need to have, hey, $1.50 burritos. You know what I mean? They need to do something. And on a night when they're active, right? They need to stop being greedy with the audience, because the content being produced is not good enough to make people say, man, I'm gonna go out and spend my hard-earned money, man, on stuff that's gonna be back. Bullshit. And when you're pushing an agenda, right? And I gotta wait 2 or 3 months, and it'll just be on one of my streaming platforms. Yeah, they definitely need stripper poles. They need something, man. A name. I agree. It is too expensive, man. It's too expensive for the risk of saying, man, I'm going to be disappointed. You got more of that.
What up, man? Real quick, shout out to Ing the Merciless. Alan Ing in the house from Film Thread. Shout out to Alan Ing. Yeah, bro, he's right. If I take my family to the movies, I could easily spend $100. Okay, 100.
It's just Alan, his wife, and his daughter. From if I remember right, that's only 3 people, man. That's
but if you go on Tuesdays, it's $6, right?
$40 a person. Shit.
Tuesdays is discount Tuesdays. I was thinking, like, why not put a restaurant in the movie theater? Like, close up a couple of those, like, theaters. It's like you got a multiplex. You got, like, 16, 18 screens. Close up 2 of those joints and just put an actual restaurant in. Make a deal with the Olive Garden or whatever and just say, hey, have your dinner in the movie right here. Okay, come into the movie theater. Boom, and boom. That's it. You're done.
There's one of them near me where it's like I go down and I sit down and, like, like even where you sit down, there's like a little a tray that can come into you, or like you can turn it over and you're sitting there with a tray in front of you.
Yeah,
and because you have that, it'll like
but I'm saying fuck the tray. No, Sci-Fax. I'm saying full-fledged restaurant, bro. Like full-fledged.
Well, no,
you got
they'll bring you food.
waiters.
They'll bring you food. They'll bring you drinks and everything.
Yeah,
and because you're in that specific theater, sure. But what's odd about those ones is that they're never the IMAX theaters. They're never the like the super great theaters or like the really badass theaters. The really nice ones. It's like it's like the lowest of the lowest version of whatever they're showing is the theater that they have.
Okay, no, but Sci-Fax, hear me out, bro.
It's
let me spit this out. Let me spit this out. You guys tell me what y'all think. You close up 2 screens, okay? And I know that's big, but you take out 2 screens and you put an actual restaurant, okay, where you have waiters, you have a maitre d' sitting you at your table. It's like a regular restaurant. You know, you go in, you make your reservation. You can make your reservation for the movie at like for your dinner at 6 and your movie at 8. That's what I'm talking about. You actually set it up so it's an actual restaurant / movie theater. You get some sort of an agreement with a local restaurant chain, you know, whether it be, you know, Black Angus or Olive Garden or whoever. And you sit people down and say, okay, you're coming for dinner and a movie. What movie are you looking to watch? Oh, you know, I want to watch The Joker 2, you know, Fali Adu. Okay, well, we got these screen times here. And, you know, so you'll have a seat for The Joker, but, you know, you got your dinner as well. And you bring people in that way, you know, by giving them their dinner and a movie, because a lot of people are like, look, man, your little chicken nuggets and hamburgers and, you know, movie nachos, that's not the dinner I'm looking for to have with my date. I want to actually have a date where I'm sitting at a table and I'm eating. And then after that, I leave that theater and I go and I leave that space and I go.
You find a way to combine them together where it's like, hey, for
that's what I'm talking about.
$35, $40, like, oh, you get a movie ticket and you get your dinner, like all that.
Well, but you combine it together, like, right, exactly. It's like, okay, with your meal, you get a ticket to the movie.
Make this a thing, and
I think that's the biggest problem, is that they cannot get people in because movies right now are so expensive to go to. It's easier to go get a date and then, hey, let's go back and Netflix and chill. You know, we can go out to eat at the movie or at the restaurant, and then after that, we back to the crib. Right. And then, like, you can pay, like, you know, like a lot of these movies, like when Deadpool is coming out this week on VOD. But I mean, this movie is, you know, like, that's one of those movies that's been out for a while in July. But I mean, think about it. A lot of these movies, they're like coming out in 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks after they dropped in the theaters. So it's like, well, I can wait a few weeks to see this movie. And then I could get it on VOD and I'm paying $19.99. I got my own food and popcorn and drinks and all of that crap at the crib. I ain't even got to leave the house, you know? And so that's the problem, is that you have the movie going experience has become so expensive that a lot of people aren't even going. So I think these numbers, whereas, you know, a lot of it does have to do with the content. I see you guys talking in the comments. Sucker Freya just said, get back to making good, well-written, non-woke movies at a fair price. Yeah, the movies are definitely an issue. No question at all about it. But I think it's also like,
but the experience overall is also not worth it. Like, the experience overall isn't worth it. And if the movie's even, like, if it's just naturally worse, it actually makes the whole thing even worse. And you're just naturally in this, you have this inclination of just being like, this was a terrible experience overall.
I think they need to make it an event. And if theaters truly want to get people back in the seats, you need both the movie industry and the theater industry to come together and say, hey, we need to make this be an event. And it needs to, like, you need to remember why you love the movie theaters. I think the cost of dating has gone up too. I think the cost of entertainment is exceeded what the product delivers. Right. It's one thing. I think they saw that opportunity to go up on prices and take advantage of people when they saw people standing in line for days for Star Wars, for freaking Marvel events, man, and they would be packed. And they said, we got to get some of this money too. And I think their product is diminished, man, and they can't get it back unless they say, you know what, we like. They're always surprised when they put an anime thing out, and the anime thing does gangbusters for weeks because they say, man, at least for anime, I know that product, I know it's going to deliver, man. They've already got things laid out. It's just on the big screen. I think if the movie industry and the theater industry want to get in tune, they need to hire actors to fucking be in the hallway saying, yeah, I'm this character at these primetime hours, give away stuff to say, hey man, look at all this promotional item things. They need to get in time. You know what they're acting like? They're acting like Kodak and Warehouse Music. Oh, we're not going to do anything about the changes that are coming. We're just going to be reactive instead of proactive. They've done nothing in a time frame since COVID to this point now to say, hey man, except for popcorn buckets that you can get jacked up on. Like, come on, man. Like, this is like, you need to do something that gets the audience engaged with say, hey man, I'm going to go here. I'm going to spend my money. I'm not going to have to think, oh man, am I going to have to see lesbian Ghostbusters or some kind of other stuff that I don't connect with? You need to make content that the audience connects with is pure good writing material. But I told you they can't do that because that's not the agenda they're pushing. They're trying to push all this DEI stuff, and you see what's happening. Oh, everything is DEI, right? And then when the space and opportunity is to make it there, when they thought they created an audience, but when they realize the audience isn't there and they crunch the numbers, what do? They're pulling back from all that stuff. You just saw a freaking robot with cornrows, man. That's embarrassing, dude. That's embarrassing to everybody involved. That you said, you know what? I'm going to approve this, man. I'm going to approve her with her nostrils flaring out and her attitude. And oh, by the way, check all the boxes. Make her gay. Make her she's bisexual. She got enough time to build something in a cave and find a guy or girl.
Why don't you like this robot with cornrows, T? This is representation, man. This is representation. She got the cornrows, man.
The last one that I saw that was successful was when like Barbie and Oppenheimer came out. Like Barbie, at least like literally the night that like Barbie was released, it's like I went down to like Burbank, where obviously a DA, you've gone with me a couple times or whatever, but it's like everybody down there, like every single place was filled with, it's basically like 90 to like 99% women, all dressed in pink. Everybody was ready for they were just
the event. You're talking about making movies that's an event
level era of like whatever is going on, and they bought into the event because of the ridiculousness of it. And it's like, I mean, personally, I don't really care. Sorry, my cat's
that's all right, man.
Anyways, but the ridiculousness of it is so crazy that it was like that like everybody was in like so much pink or whatever. It's like that's the last time I've seen, other than the next one that I've seen was Twisters. And Twisters, like, it did okay, but they had like these little booths that you could go stand in, and then like they would hit you with a bunch of wind, and it's like it looks
and again, a lot of movies,
little mini tornado or whatever, and people
like movies got to do these little, like you got the 4DX movies that have like the wind blowing around inside the theater, and loud sounds and smells and all that. I'm like, look, man,
can I say some
people do like that crap, but I'm not looking for that at all.
Can I say a word for the blast from the past? What happened to collectibles? Where are the collectibles?
Well, that's what the popcorn buckets are.
Man,
that's their new version of it.
Chris Gore got like every popcorn bucket known to man, bruh. He every time, hey man, can I get the popcorn bucket for this movie? Like everybody's like every popcorn bucket out there. Some people are collecting these.
I don't know if you've been to his house, but man, if you go there, it's like he has all this shit.
Yeah, like every time he's like a popcorn bucket like addict. But like, and there's some people out there like that. So is that what's going to bring people back? I don't think so. Like, people do not, the collectibles, it's like, okay, man, you could get this collectible if you come here, but it's only going to be available for the first 1,000 people. But then like everybody shows up and it's
Burger King, McDonald's, Carl's Jr., put them in the restaurants. Work with Chuck E. Cheese.
I think you need I think the collectibles is smart, but I think again, you need to enhance the movie going experience. And that's not a movie going experience. That's just something that you get when you show up early. You know, it's like a bobblehead. Like the first 20,000 people at the game get the bobblehead or something. It's like, no, that doesn't change the going. Yeah, I get that, but what I'm saying is you got to change the movie going experience. It's the experience of going to the movies. The stuff that we grew up with, they don't know how to do that anymore because everybody is.
It's there to make you believe that whatever you're going to watch actually has value outside of what you're watching it for. That's all it is. And then it's like, let me buy this thing. It'll have value in 15, 20 years.
What did I tell y'all?
Especially because most of these things just fail. So
they do. Why would you?
Yeah, they absolutely fail. So that's my point. Like, if you want to get people back into the theaters, you got to make the experience of going to the theaters memorable. All right. I have memories of going to the theaters when I was like a 10-year-old or when I was a 12-year-old. I was like, oh man, I'm loving this experience. I feel like I'm in a place of wonder, like all of the shit Nicole Kidman is talking about every time you go and watch an AMC movie and everything. I felt that. That was a legitimate feeling that a lot of us have. You no longer get that from the theaters. You're literally just there to watch.
You don't just get that from the theaters. You don't get that. Look, what we always say, giving this is an old reference, but giving the pickle. Look, they don't. I'm telling you, man, these businesses do not appreciate your dollars, man. They want them, but they don't appreciate it. That's why I was talking about a few streams ago. When you go to the store, they make you what? Bag your own groceries. You don't get a discount for that. You become an employee, a contract employee. You got to bag your own groceries, dude. You got to pay for the bag in California to put your groceries in. That is dumb, dude. You go to Carl's Jr. I went to El Pollo Loco the other day. I had to do my own order on. There are people in there working. They don't greet you, say hello, hi.
The last like couple of times, like I don't go to fast food places at all, but the last like 2 times that I went to it, they were like, I walked up to the register and they were like, oh, go and use the electronic one. And I'm like, you're right the fuck here. Like, can't you just type it in? They're like, oh no, just go over there and do it yourself. And I'm like,
right. And then they give you your food.
What are you talking about? And then
they started giving you your food.
They call my name or whatever. And I'm like, what is this about?
You take the food. They don't care.
Yeah.
Here.
I don't even go to fast food places anymore. It's some bullshit.
But even if you got like the world's best service, like they just laid out the red carpet for you, why are you at the theaters? That's the question, man. Y'all ain't answering the question. Why should I go to a theater and watch a movie right now? Why should I get out of my comfortable house where I got a 70-inch flat screen and great surround sound? What's going to make me get inside my car and drive to the Del Amo Fashion Center to watch a movie, or drive to AMC Burbank 16 and watch a movie? Y'all got to answer that, because the movie theaters, they can't answer it. They don't know why I should go out of my way to go and do that. They have no idea. I can literally sit up here and never go to a movie again, and I would be perfectly fine if I never went to the movie theaters again. And they don't seem to know how to attract kids. They don't seem to know how to attract couples. All right. All of these things are dying. That's what I'm talking about. The shit that I just showed you guys is proof positive that these idiots have lost they've lost the audience. Okay. They've lost it. This is proof right here. Okay. That we're at 4. Look, there's no pandemic. There's no pandemic. All right. There's no strikes. This is $404 million is piss poor when you go back and you look at this era before the pandemic.
Beetlejuice,
6, 7, 6.
At the top of the list.
Look at these numbers. What'd you say, bro?
I said the fact that Beetlejuice is still at the top of the list right now is ridiculous. Like, you tell me there's nothing that's better than that. Like, that movie is. I mean, the movie is acceptable. And like, you tell me,
it's very ordinary. It's
acceptable. It's fine. It's wild.
None of those movies pander to a woman. They don't pander to the woman audience. None of them pander to a woman that can say, "Hey, there's a hunk in the movie." They don't even use that word anymore. Hunk. Like, you notice that the commercials, they don't even go towards a woman's femininity and say, "Hey, good looking guy, good looking girl." Like, hey, you guys should hook up and make good-looking people. They don't even do that anymore.
Look, Alan Ing says the only reason my daughter goes to the movie theaters is because of me. Like, she don't go on her own. She's not looking to go and hang out with her friends. If she's hanging out with her friends, she's not going to a movie theater to do that. That's what we did. We went when we was hanging out. We was at the theaters hanging out with the homies.
We literally go because like it's kind of, I mean, for you it's part of your job, and now that I've joined in, and I know that Uncle T here has joined in, but it's like, yeah, well, maybe we'll see some stuff just because it'll be possibly a part of maybe making some money or something in the long run.
We cover it.
But it's like, you got to cover it, and then you know what? I'll tell you to not waste your money on this shit. Whatever. And it's like, that's it. And like Alan, Alan's a great example from Film Threat. It's like they're there to tell us to not go waste your money or whatever. And that's it. Yeah, you're not doing it.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, we're literally watching, and I don't think people really respect what I'm saying. We are watching the film industry, or the movie going experience specifically. We are watching it die in real time. Okay, we are watching it die. Okay, when
we're people who loved it. We're people who loved it, and we wanted actually to thrive and do better.
Right. But we're watching it die. Look, I've been bringing these numbers up all year long for this reason, and this reason alone is that nobody's going to the theaters. If, again, you go and you look at, let me get back over here. If you go and you look at the numbers on a monthly basis, okay, let's go through, and again, we're going to go in month grosses, all right? If you start off with January, all right, January, it was down 10%. February, okay, this is no pandemic. February was down 40% year over year. All right. March was up. I think March was one of the months that was up. Yeah, it was up thanks to Dune Part 2. All right. March increased. All right. But then you get to April. April was down. All right. 67%, yo. 67% year over year. Yeah, Super Mario Brothers or whatever. But that's all the film industry could do. Like, this is insane. How are theaters staying in business right now? Theaters are losing their asses, and there's nothing they can do, bro.
You know what? The government.
You know what will be interesting?
Get them built out by the government.
You know what will be interesting? It will be interesting to know.
Might be right on that. Go ahead, bro.
He sounds like he's dead on.
No, I'm actually 100% right. They literally do get built out.
You know what else?
I wouldn't be surprised.
They get built out. Yeah.
You know what else?
I'm not just.
Y'all gotta say it's a conspiracy. I bet the birth rate is down. When you see all these movies, I bet the birth rate
is absolutely down. Yeah.
Down.
Oh, yeah, the birth rate across the globe is down.
I bet they're up when the movies are up. So I'm telling you, man, all this stuff that's happening to us, man, is for a reason. It'll be interesting to see how many babies are born 9 months from when Deadpool Wolverine came out. It'd be nice.
So you guys saw March, and then you saw August. Those are the only 2 months where the theater for the films that dropped in August actually did better than the year before. Okay. The years that dropped, I don't know. I never saw It Ends With Us, but I guess apparently a lot of people did go and check that out. Whatever. Okay. It was up from the previous year, which was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But still, even this $466 million, again, when you look at it across the globe,
if you saw It Ends With Us, that's actually like a spousal, or it's like a spousal abuse movie. It's actually
it sounds like a chick flick. I didn't go and watch it.
No,
but look,
it looks like
this is what I'm saying, though.
Even if you like the total opposite direction, it's
even though it was up 15%. This 466 million pales in comparison to what August used to do. You see these August numbers, there ain't nothing in the 400s like except for this one right here. And that was a bad year, obviously. But for the most part, they're in the 7s and the 8s and up. This is bad news for the movie going public. The movie going experience is losing. And then finally we get to September. September is damn near over. We got one more day tomorrow for September release. Ain't nothing else releasing in September. Look, $400 million. That's it. It might get to maybe 410. But that's all we're talking about, guys. That's what I'm saying. And then the rest of this year doesn't look to do any better. We are literally watching the movie going experience die in real time. We are watching the death of an industry that has existed for over 100 years. And everybody is just like, oh, well, shrugging their shoulders. And I'm like, how important is the film going industry to people? I mean, like nobody seems to be panicked about this. Nobody seems to be worried about this. Everybody just, it happens. And we're moving into streaming, and there it is.
They didn't. I have a take on storytelling, and I'm waiting for I'm waiting for something to kind of come out about storytelling in a certain way that I'll let's just say I'll go off on a rant on. But right now, it's not there yet. But man, where it's at with movies and stuff, it's blowing my mind. I'm like, I don't know.
I mean, I think what I'm reading in the chat, and you guys are all kind of in agreement, is that
the chat's been killing it. So,
yeah, the chat is right, man. Hollywood is not making good movies, and I think Hollywood stars are out of touch with movie fans. They look down on us and insult us with their films. I don't know. That is what I feel. Yeah, I mean, Leia, you're right. You're right. This is where we are right now when it comes to the film industry. The disconnect from Hollywood has never been bigger. Like, we're not connected at all with any of the people that are making films, and those people are not connected with us. And what happens when you lose the connection between Hollywood and the main, like the general public? You get the shit that we're getting, and the general public's like, man, I need to find entertainment somewhere else. I need to go to anime. Anime is blowing up, because it's original, it's unique, it's different, or I just need to start watching YouTube. YouTube and TikTok are more important than the film industry right now, if you can believe that.
That's how they find people like you and, well, hopefully now me and T or whatever.
Let me just say this. This is what I said. They did not make moves. It's been 30 years since Demolition Man, and we're not getting futuristic restaurants. I mean, yeah, when you go up to the kiosk and do that, but that could have been done years ago. That's not something new. You don't get, the movie industry didn't do anything new with their experience. They went all in on that damn 3D experience, man. It gave people headaches, man. It feels like you got a screwdriver up your head, right? Like they didn't make the moves necessary to take us to the future. They're not forward thinking when it comes to things. They're just thinking, they took the audience for granted. All they got to do is give them popcorn, hot dogs, and ketchup and candy. And that's it. They're not thinking outside the box because they didn't have to invest in anything else. They were so reliant on the product being, the movies being great. They had no idea that we can go through a content recession. We're in a content recession when it comes to the movies. Right? There's better content on YouTube 24/7 than the slow moving turtle, which is the movie industry.
I can't tell you how many times. Look, I can't tell you how many times I've heard the phrase. I've watched, the only time I've watched movies is when I'm watching, like, folks destroying the movie, like YouTubers talking about the movies. That's the only time I even hear about a lot of movies, is because YouTubers are dissecting them. And unless the YouTuber says, hey, go check this one out, this one is good. All right. Like Kata, he just shouted out Transformers 1. I haven't seen it yet. I plan to see it because everybody's raving about it, but I haven't seen it yet.
I'm gonna check it out
when I do. Yeah. Everybody's talking about Transformers 1, and it's like, that's what you need now. You need that positive word of mouth to, jumpstart some of these movies, because otherwise it's like, why the hell am I watching this crap? They've been putting out nothing but disappointment after disappointment. Why am I showing up to watch this? So, the writers' strike and the actors' strike, Alan Ing mentioned that earlier. Like, that absolutely killed a lot of projects. They had to bump them back, or they just had to cut them all out. Okay, good. That's good. If they were pushed back or they were canceled, they weren't ready. That's what Hollywood needs to do. They need to kind of slow down and make sure that there is some quality to what it is that they're doing, not just pushing a lot of bunk and junk into our faces. And that'll help the movie going. Absolutely. If you have quality movies in the theaters, that's going to help out a lot. You're not always going to get that. But what I also think is that people are kind of tired of the same old. And it's like, if you just keep pushing sequels and reboots and remakes, and people's like, look, man, I've already seen what it is that you're doing. I've already seen, if it's a sequel, I've already seen the original, and the sequels are rarely better than the original. So now I'll just wait for that to come on streaming. If it's a remake, look, I already saw the original that you're trying to remake, so I'm gonna just wait for that to come on streaming. Okay, if you're rebooting it, look, again, I already saw the original. Now you're rebooting it. I don't know if you're going to do anything better with it, so I'll just wait for that to come on streaming. They need to get back to making original movies. All right, making original movies, like we used to
Post takes too long, man. It takes way too long. I hate CGI, dude. I hate it, dude. It's the gift and the curse, man. It takes them like 4 or 5 extra months to clean that stuff up, dude. They're not pumping out sequels like you need them to be pumped out, man. And even with these shows, man, it used to get 22 new episodes. Now you get 8 episodes, man. And they will be done. There will be a break in Christmas, during Christmas, come back in March or come back in April, dude. End about the end of May. Okay, then they take the summer hiatus, and then boom, in September you see some more new good shows, dude. They don't even do pilot promotions really that I can think of. I think I saw it on Fox the other night about their fall lineup. Like, nobody's pumped, man. They all do the same. Yeah. And I'm so tired of reality TV shows on Fox, man. You got to do something. What, Masked Singer? How is that a thing? How is that getting renewed? How is The Voice getting renewed? How is Big Brother getting renewed? I wouldn't know the Big Brother.
What you're talking about? What you're talking about is like you're talking about instant gratification. You just want something to be there all the time, every time, and it's just, for one, it's just not going to be there because they need time to get certain things done or whatever. But it's like the things that you want. That's what you were just talking about, man. Like you want it, you want something now just because you heard about it. You want it to be like literally instantly in your feed or whatever. Come on,
do you remember as a kid? But we would have stuff. We would have variety. We would have variety in the meantime. You'd have reruns to fill in the blanks for when the show returns, and then they'd have their summer TV lineups where you'd be like, "Hey, man, this is one of the greatest summer movies replacement, not movie, but series was Wayward Pines."
You also mentioned that some of these shows would have like, I don't know, 20 some odd episode longs.
Yeah,
they don't have that anymore.
They don't do that anymore. Everything is like
on board with that. I'm like, I get it, but it's like some of this stuff. It's like, well, I hear about I know one that we go on about a lot is like the Superman thing, and you're like, well, they just did it. They just finished a month and a half ago. I need a trailer now, and it's like, dude,
I do.
It just,
I need something.
I would like a trailer too, but if it's gonna come out in July next year, it's like, hey, give them a minute, man. Like, but yeah, you're like, I want it now. It's like we're in this now generation, and like you don't always need to be like that. But
you need something in the meantime, because you know what? We live in a 24-hour news cycle, and I'm going to forget unless you remind me that, oh, that's an important thing, right? Or else it'll just drop off, man. Remember they were talking about Ray. Hey, Ray is going to come out with the movie, and then what did they come out with? Nah, we're not going to do that. We're going to pull the plug on that. I need to be reminded why I need to go to the movies and not why I need to be interested in this thing. You already have me in a place of confusion with Superman because you have Superman and Lois on a CW. The fact that you have the CW,
you're in a constant state of now. Like, I want it now. I want it now.
Why not? Why not give it to me now?
Well, why not? Well, also, why give it to you?
That's a good question. Because
do you want it now? Because like it takes time, quality. Like, hey man, how many times do you have something done at work at your house or whatever? Do you want it done in a day, or do you want?
I like quality. I'm all about quality.
Well, why can't they give us last for like 6 years or something?
Well, I think what you're looking at now, you need quality across the board with all of these writers, with all of these actors, with all of these directors. I was talking about it like on my video that I did earlier today, where the quality of the writing, because of the strike, they have kind of ferreted out all of these lower level writers. And now it's like, hey, only the best writers, only the best of the best of the best are going to even see work. If you're not a top tier writer, you're probably not working in Hollywood any longer. And now what these younger writers are going to have to do is they are going to have to go back and beat on their craft. All right. They are not going to be able to just get away. Pause. Yeah. T, that's the way your dirty mind goes, bro. But they're going to have to go back. Look, they're going to have to go back and work on the craft. They're going to have to go back and learn how to be better writers. They're not going to just be able to get, oh, I'm a black, lesbian. I'm pushed to the head of the class, because of DEI. The DEI shit has failed. So now you actually need to be a good writer. Okay. We're not just going to forward you into the, the stratosphere because you're of your skin color, because of your agenda or your sexual identity.
They're finally weeding out they're finally weeding these people out. but it's
those people had no business being in the business in the first place. Yeah, so they're getting their asses out of there. And look, what we need to go back to original storytellers. And I think Hollywood is too scared to do it. And because they're so scared, they're cooking their own goose, because now everybody is moving over to anime. Everybody's going to where the real original content is being done. Hey, you want original storytelling? Go to anime. Go to anime, because that's where you're going to find it. You're not going to find it in Hollywood. You're not going to find it on TV, on Netflix, on whatever. You are going to find that out there in anime. And that's where everybody is flocking to, at least younger kids.
They don't even set television up for younger kids. Regular, normal television is not even set for that. When I was growing up, man, we had different strokes, man. I'll never forget the ice cream episode where Arnold and Sam got touched on by the dude, but the ice cream dude, and it was never explained. They don't do that. They don't do.
You will never see a show like that ever again, bro. You will never see that ever again, man. But that was like good shit.
That's long and gone. Come on.
You never see Head of the Class anymore. You don't see Growing Pains. You don't see Family Ties. You don't see none of. You don't even see Double Dare, man. I remember Double Dare was an event on. You won't see It's a Small Wonder. You don't even see that anymore. Remember that dude, the black dude used to live around the corner.
These things are tried and tested when we were a little bit younger, and maybe even
they had a formula. They had the formula.
They had a formula, and they would all do it.
Work or not, and obviously, like, it worked to a certain degree, but at the same time,
they had a formula.
The people that were a little bit more awake at the time were like, "Wait a minute, we need to get this off the air."
Think about it, man.
It was ridiculous. You know,
sometimes the formula worked. Sometimes the formula worked and sometimes the formula didn't work, but they had the formula and they would crank out original content based on that, and it worked. And sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't work, but you still got original content. Sometimes it caught on and sometimes it fell by the wayside, but that's what Hollywood is missing right now. And they're tapped into the wrong formulas. They're tapped into, we just need to remake everything. We need to reboot everything. We need to sequelize everything or prequelize everything.
The gooch was scary. I remember they used to say people's names, and you'd be like, "Oh man, I'm scared to watch." Like, you don't even have that. You don't have that with no CG. Look, mind you, no CGI.
Chris Bolt says Loser Rangers, but it's like, I don't know if he remembers VR Troopers. Come on.
VR Troopers. Oh yeah. Are you afraid of the dark? Remember, are you afraid of the dark?
Let's go to VR Troopers.
Yeah,
Let's go.
Of course. Look, Andrew B. Solo leveling that good. I finished Kaiju number 8 and I dug it. Yes, solo leveling.
Solo leveling is that good? And Kaiju number 8. I just I watched those. I remember you guys were talking about some of the new anime stuff. Oh man.
Here. Go watch.
Here. Awesome. Hey, they're very good. They're very worth watching. And they're only like 10 episodes. So it's an easy, quick watch.
Here. Take my nerd card because I don't know what the you talking about? I don't know
anime, bro. You don't know anime. You don't know anything about
my nerd
anime.
card. Here, take it. Take my nerd card.
I can show you
real quick. Shout out to Dragon Master.
And I would take your nerd card. What are you talking about?
We about to wrap up real quick. Shout out to Dragon Master who did gift Derek the DA membership. Dragon Master, thank you for that. We also got a 10 from Staccato DDS. Cheaper prices could fix the issue for us, but the younger generation doesn't even consider going to the movies. They like YouTube, etc. So the movie theaters are dinosaurs. Exactly. And again, like Alan says, like the only way Alan Ng can get his daughter to go to a movie is if he's going with her. He has to drag her to the movies. Okay. And look, I there was one year, I think it was 2019. Me and my sons went because I got AMC A-list passes for me and my sons. And we went to, I want to say 60 movies that year. Okay. We went to 60 or 61 movies that year. I can't remember. It's either 60 or 61. We saw a ton of movies. I have raised my kids on going to the movies. All right. And T, we had your son on a while back and he said, it's an anime. I don't go to the movies. Why should I go to the movies? And he's what? He's Gen Z.
You just answered the question. You just answered the $1 million question. If the movies want to fix it, they're gonna have to go. They're gonna have to go at least 85% anime. They're going to have to, and they're going to have to with a video on demand version of these movies and say, "Hey,
I don't think they need to go 85% anime. I think they need to do what anime is doing, which is make original content. I think that's what they need to do. Thank you very much.
They're not going to get the kids in the theaters.
$10.
The kids have to go to the theater.
Look, let me show you. Let me show you again. Let me show you again, because you guys know I bring up the 84. All right, 1984. I bring this up all the time. Why? Why do I bring up 1984? Again, look at the top 10 movies in 1984. I want everybody to look at it. Okay.
Hey,
How many originals?
Shoot Kata an invite. He said he wants to jump on for just a half a second.
Yeah, Kata got it. I already shot it to him. Kata, it's in your.
He just shot a message. I just wanted to point it out.
Oh, okay. Hold up.
Sorry to interrupt, but there you go.
Bro. Yeah, Kata, go and see your You remember you told me you couldn't. I shot it to you, bro. It's the same link. It ain't changed.
He has something to say.
He got something to say. Bring it, bro. Come on through, Kata. You know we love you, bro. Come on through. But here's my point. We got 1984. How many of these top 10 movies? All right, the top 10 movies you see here, how many are original films? Not spin-offs.
At the time, most of those are all original. But nowadays, like,
but again, going back to why did the 80s work? Everybody wants to dip back into the 80s, but
everything was original back then. I mean, dude, of course, 30 years later, it's like I understand why things just seem like a rehash of certain things. And it's because,
bro, you got two sequels. You got two sequels right here, okay? Two. Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Star Trek. This is the two sequels.
You're right.
And Star Trek 3. That's it. All right. Now let's fast forward 40 years. All right. So let's go to 2024. All right.
Well,
how many original films do you see in the top 10? Tell me. Count them. How many original films? Just the top 10. How many do you see? We had 8 in 84. 40 years later, we have how many?
Zero. Literally
zero. That's the problem, Hollywood.
No, you're right. You're completely right. You're right. But even like 40 years ago, it's like obviously there was only two in the
top 10. You have to get back to making original content because the kids they don't want to watch this. This is the reason why Hollywood is dying. Okay, even the number 11 movie is a damn sequel. It's like, how far down do we go before? Okay, I guess It Ends With Us was original. All right. But look, sequel, remake, reboot. I guess this is a sequel. Like again, it's all, there's very few original movies. Hollywood has to understand that's the problem. Okay, that's the problem. If they want to get this thing,
I guess Beekeeper in number 20 right there is like, and then maybe
you know what?
Yeah, Beekeeper, Bob Marley.
Yeah. Well, that's a document. That's a documentary.
Awful. Bob Marley.
Yeah, it is. It is. I did finally see that, T, and yeah, it's bad. It's terrible.
You know what? But they're doubling down. D, didn't I call this in 2022, man? They're doubling down on these sequels, man. Doubling down, man. And that they are in a nostalgia coma, dude. And they're going to keep doing that to us, man, because they don't trust the original content, because the original content they're going to bring out is a fucking cornrow fucking wearing robot who's fucking next thing. She's going to do break dancing and fucking kick that. She's going to be fucking turbo, right? Because that's what you guys fucking like, apparently. The fucking cornrow warrior princess. Why the fuck was she in Wakanda forever?
Hey, man, nobody likes it, man. That's the reason why they're taking so long to release it. They're trying to find an era in time where it actually is acceptable. Because apparently,
Kata, come through, bro. You got it. You got it, Kata. Come through. Go ahead. I'm sorry, man, to interrupt.
That should have been done for a minute, man, and they won't release it. And there's a reason they won't release it, is because they know it's going to be an abject failure. It's going to be fucking awful, and nobody wants to see that shit.
You know why? You know why? Because nobody's checking for that. Nobody, just like nobody watched the WNBA.
Nobody ever was.
Nobody watches the WNBA. You know why? Because they're not. I want to see women be kind of feminine, and I bet you the women's lingerie football league has more viewers than the WNBA. I bet you, and that league is not even.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised whatsoever.
And they're playing a masculine sport. But you got to have some femininity too. You got to have some good-looking women.
When your best female player on whatever sport there is, whatever it is, when your best female version of that is the guy who can actually warm the bench better than everyone else, your sport is not good. I'm sorry, and it sucks to say, but it's the fucking truth. Nobody wants to see that guy play. It's like, yeah, what? You want to watch me go play? Like, shit, I don't even want to watch me play. What the fuck?
Sucker Free says, thanks for making my point. Good writing, which means mostly original content, non-DEI woke stuff at a fair price. I mean, like that's what we want. That's what audiences want. And if we get it, we'll go. It will be in the theaters. We'll be there every weekend. We'll be looking forward to the new thing. But if this is like, again, and let me preface this by saying there are original films out that are, in theaters, like Megalopolis. Did you see anybody see Megalopolis? I haven't seen it.
No, the last movie I was on theaters is when we went. We saw Substance, and man, dude, like,
Substance is
a good movie. I made a comment on a Film Threats thing about it, and somebody was like, "You didn't get it," and I was like, and then he reiterated exactly what I said, and I was like, "Apparently, I did get it, and you're a fucking." Whatever. I don't want to demolish him right now, but he was an idiot about it.
When's the last comedy that's come out? Do you remember when a comedy came out?
I guess Beetlejuice. Maybe. I guess that's a comedy. It's supposed to be anyway.
I don't.
Yeah. So like you had Megalopolis, which did no numbers. All right, it flopped hard. All right, I think it only did like 4 million. Domestically, I don't know if it, even had any international numbers, but I mean, it was a, original film, it's Francis Ford Coppola, the major film director. Nobody went to see that. Nobody cares about the next Francis Ford Coppola movie. That tells you everything you need to know about the film going public. Okay. They don't care. All right. They don't care. Yeah, Substance. Look, Bootzilla saying Chris Gore might fight you over Substance. Look, Chris Gore likes that movie. He loves that movie. As a matter of fact, he says that's one of the top movies of the year. I'm going to tell y'all right now, I liked the movie. It was a fine movie for about maybe 3/4.
I'm good friends with Chris, but I can tell you right now that if you wanted to fight me over, I would put money on me. Let's just put that.
Yeah. It's fine. I got the point of the movie, but I think the final, like maybe 20-25 minutes just dipped into excess. Heavily into excess. It's just too much.
This is it was like I don't know, like
all right, hold up real quick. We're gonna bring on the next the homie. We gotta complete the quartet. Kata, he had something that he wanted to say, so let's bring him in. Kata, what's up, bro?
So I just got off another stream with the man Gooch. If y'all not following Diabolical Souls, you should. He's really awesome.
Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I had, because it was on my chest, I wanted to get this information out to your viewers just in case they didn't hear about it. Because I remember you asked me about the Ghost of Yote stuff. And you were like, oh, should you make a video on it? And I had already made one because of the reaction that people were having about the female protagonist and things like that. And how I was saying it's not woke just because there's a female protagonist in the game. That's not what that means. And people were over exaggerating. However, that very same day I got hit up by a source that I will not name, hit me up and gave me a lot of information in regards to the game. And I will say that I'm not going to say specifics, like a lot of specifics, but I will say that the red flags that a lot of people saw, they are valid, and they are more than valid. They are concerning. And if the stuff that I was told turns out to be true about said video game Ghost of Yote, it will be worse than Assassin's Creed Shadows in regards to like reaction from the audience. Like if what I was told about the story and the character and everything going on behind the scenes, if that is true, I guarantee you, with all that I love, it will be worse than Assassin's Creed Shadows in regards to reaction. Now, that's just if what I'm told is true. Okay, because
can you share anything that you were told?
Yes, I can share that. Everything that you saw in the trailer, while it did look good, This is all brand new footage, all brand new stuff, and it's not what Sony was expecting to get with the sequel to Ghost of Tsushima. Sony Japan was sold that the franchise was going to be an Ezio style story with Jin Sakai, going from him, turning from the ghost at a young age all the way up to middle age Jin in the end, just like with Ezio, with Assassin's Creed 2, Brotherhood, and Revelations, with that trilogy, with him growing older. That was supposed to be for Ghost of Tsushima. So when everybody saw the female version, a lot of the higher ups and people at Sony were blindsided because they were sold that they were getting a sequel to Ghost of Tsushima, not a brand new game. But when they got the information, it was too late for them to backtrack on what they got. So they had to put it out there. And the reception is what's going to determine if they progress with this story, like with this angle, or if they walk it back and then like say this is a side story, kind of like a Miles Morales kind of thing, and say, hey, we still have Ghost of Tsushima 2 coming. So it's still up in the air, but I can confirm that a lot of people at Sony didn't know that this is the game that they were getting. And a lot of the people that work at the studio are also upset behind the scenes because they all thought we were getting a sequel to Jin Sakai, especially with how the first game ended. You think, hey, we're going to the mainland to fight the mongrels, right. We're going to keep going. Everybody thought the sequel would be more Jin on the main island of Japan. But, with this, it just caught people off guard. And like I said, there's a lot of other stuff. I'm still waiting to get 100% confirmation on it before I share it. But if what I'm being told is true, okay, and I'm I'm looking at the messages right here. If what I'm being told is true, that it is it's not just a red flag, it's a fucking red light, like a torch light that you can see from thousands of miles away. If what I'm told now, that's just take that one with a grain of salt, because I'm not 100% sure on that one. But the other one, with Sony being blindsided and this being all new stuff, and we were supposed to get Jin Sakai and the sequel, that's all true. And I don't know if that is influencing the movies, because remember, there's supposed to be movies as well, which is supposed to go over Jin's story. Now, I don't know if they're going to do his story in the movies or in the secret level show or any of that. But from what I'm being told, they thought that what they were doing was supposed to be for Jin, and everything that we're getting right now is just like out of nowhere, pretty much.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's pretty fucked. And all the other stuff, like with the main actress being a raging weird leftist weirdo. Yeah. That's all by design. I will say that it's all by design.
So I was on George the Giant Slayer earlier today, and I forgot who had said this. I want to say Madam Savvy had said this, that chick doesn't sign up for anything that's not ultra woke. Like if it's not woke as fuck, she's not signing up for it. It's got to be. It got to be. Yeah, because she is that type of person. Like, I'm not gonna jump in on any project that is not that.
I was told that the reason she's in Dragon Age Veilguard is because of that. That's why she voices Valkyrie in Assassin's or not Assassin's Creed, Apex Legends, which is one of my favorite characters. Which every character in that game is gay, so it's like, okay, whatever. But it's all by design. And if what I'm told is true, then she's not there for no reason. She's not there for no reason. And the people that are behind the game, they know exactly who they're dealing with. They know exactly who this person is. They know exactly what the climate is. They just don't care.
So in other words, basically the game is fucked.
If that's just what I was told.
I mean, everybody was kind of smelling this thing out. Like I was asking you about it. Everybody was kind of smelling this thing out ahead. And it was kind of like, I don't know, man. This thing looks shaky, based on what they were seeing and how this thing was coming off. And now with all of the additional information, it's like the more information that comes out, the more we start to say, okay, maybe this game is fucked.
It will get worse in the next coming months. I will say that it will get worse, like, because we're going to get more information because it has to come out. And if the other information that I was told is also true, then it's going to get worse on just a financial level.
Right.
Because just think about Ubisoft and everything that's going on with them. So if something like that happens with this game, then it's just going to be the same thing. And I was one of the first ones to jump up and make a video and was like, hey, this isn't the kind of game, just because it's a female, just add a third. And then all the information that I got afterwards, it's like, well, so much for me, trying to be good faith. That's all I could say. It's
yeah, man, that good faith will bite you every time, won't it? Man,
it sucks. But
hey,
the
real
good
quick,
thing is,
no, go ahead.
Well, the good thing is, if what I'm told turns out to be correct about them, maybe walking this back, if the public isn't really with it, then it probably no, I can't say that. But it's it's all by design, man. That's all I'll say. It's all by design.
I don't blame. Look, I don't doubt the design of the whole situation, because we've seen that throughout with film, with television, with entertainment in general, video games, all of it. It's just all going in a certain direction. But the one thing, and we were also talking about this on George the Giant Slayer, is gamers are not with that bullshit. They are not with it. It's different with the movie going public. The movie going public will kind of still go out and watch certain stars and movies and things of that nature, because they still like this actor, or they like this topic, or whatever it is. Gamers are like, oh, this is woke, I'm out, and I'm not paying $70-$80 for a game. I'm not doing
whatever direction you think it's going. You're probably right. It's like once you see it happening, it's like whatever you think it's gonna be, you're right. And
I think gamers are better at sniffing this shit out, like in a lot of ways. I think because of how much money you're spending on it, like you're spending $70, $80, $90, $100. You're spending that amount of money on a game. It's like if you going to see a movie, it's like, all right, man, what am I spending? Like $10, $15, $20? All right, whatever. But you start spending like real money, like shit, man. This is the economy is different, and gamers are not with the shit. They are not with the bullshit.
Different though, because the landscape of gaming is so vast that if somebody says, "Hey, if you don't like my game, don't buy it," there's so many different games out there that doesn't matter. You should never tell a gamer that, because they can find something else to buy. So it's different. It's wild.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many different games, but I think just the price point itself is like, I'm not spending $100 on this shit. All right, you gotta come up with a very, very good game to get my $75, $85, whatever it is. You gotta come up with a really good game, and it seems like gamers, and they're all, hey man, Sweet Baby Ink detected. Hey, don't buy that. Hey, don't buy that crap. DEI detected, right? They are a community that's way different. So you can't pull a fast one on gamers like you can with your general audience that just goes out and watches movies. That's kind of the point I was like thinking, like, because we were talking about it again on George, and it's like, you can't really get away with this with gamers. Gamers are more discerning than any other like group of consumers. Gamers are about like, hey man, we want quality, and Ubisoft has absolutely destroyed itself and its reputation based on the nonsense that they've been doing.
I got other info on Ubisoft too. I've been
also
go ahead, man. Tell us what you know.
Let me just throw in one thing. Like, gamers are also some of the people who are probably more than likely to be the ones that are on social media a little bit more. They're in tune to the internet. They're in tune to the dialogue that's going on out there, and shit, man, they're the first to know about how bad or something is that they might be wasting their money on, and they're going to be the first to know. And it's like, and if you're not doing that, or unless you're plugged in, sure, you'll get those random people who aren't in tuned with this stuff, but are like perpetually online. And you don't have to be perpetually online, but you're there just enough to know what to spend your money on. And those are the people that obviously aren't going to spend their money on stuff. And it'll be like, what, 90% of your base? And now all of a sudden they're gone because nobody wants this shit. Or nobody wants that in their games.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. What was you saying, Kata?
About the Ubisoft stuff. So the of course, Star Wars Outlaws flopped massively. It went way below expectations, not even like trying to hit the mark. It flopped super hard. The climate, a lot of the stuff that I got told is the exact same stuff that Endymion got told, which is, I reached out to him today to try to confirm some other stuff. So the exact same thing that he put in his video is exactly what I was told, that the environment in that company is so toxically positive that, they don't take any kind of feedback on like anything. They try to ignore everything that's going on right now on Twitter or like on every kind of site with everybody talking about gaming. They try to ignore it and treat it like it's like some kind of trolls or it's a small minority of people, even though we all know it's not a small minority of people, and Assassin's Creed Shadows and Star Wars Outlaws were supposed to recoup how bad that Skull and Bones failed, because that one flopped and that's been in development ever since AC4, so that, and I knew that one because Skull and Bones was supposed to come out many years ago, because it was supposed to be a spin-off game to AC4 where you play in a pirate ship and you make your own pirate and things like that. So I knew that a long time ago because it was attached to Assassin's Creed, but that game flopped massively. And what I didn't know was the budget, which Endymion put in his video today. And the budget for that video game was at least 600 to 700 mil over 10 years. Okay, so that game flopped massively, right? And then Assassin's Creed Shadows and Star Wars Outlaws, they were banging hard on those games to recoup those losses, and it's not going to happen. Assassin's Creed Shadows was the pre-orders were so bad that's really what influenced them to delay it, and how bad Star Wars Outlaws performed.
So let me ask you a question. Well. So let me ask you, what is the delay for? Are they delaying it because they can fix it, or are they delaying it because they hope to get some of the stink off of it? Or are they just trying to drop it in Black History Month, thinking that black people gonna come out and buy the Black Ninja or Black Assassin, a Creed game? Like what are they pushing this thing back for?
That's what I went with, because it's like you put it in Black History Month as another shield from criticism, but it's two things. They're trying to get away from all the bad press that's going on with everything that's been happening over the summer with this video game. And then also they thought that somehow, some way, they thought they would get more sales put in February other than November. And then what was the other one? They're trying to optimize the game. And the rumor is that they're trying to minimize Yasuke's involvement in the video game. That's just the rumor. That's just the rumor. But I can't see that happening.
I can't see it happening either, because that would just be an admission that you guys got it wrong. And you said it, or you just said it, that they are toxically positive. They are just pushing positivity no matter what. So nothing they do is wrong. And if that's the case, and if they're just saying, oh, well, we got to go ahead and admit that we kind of screwed this whole Yasuke situation up, I don't think they'll do that. I don't think they'll do that at all, man. Hey, I see you guys got a heck out of here. Look, man, I'm at the 3-hour mark. I didn't think I would hit 3 hours today. 2 hours. I was thinking maybe 2.5, because Jay Drunk 3PO showed up. So shout out to Drunk 3PO. Man, we've been going for 3 hours, y'all. This is like the longest stream I've ever been on, whether it's mine or somebody else's. But yeah, thank you everybody for being here. We about to cut
interesting one, man. Like, you had Jay on here, and Kata and T, and myself.
It's the DA's office, man. Everybody is always welcome to come through. Thank you, Osaka Chandal, for checking in. Sorry you checked in late. But yeah, hi, how you doing? Thank you for being here. I appreciate that. You know, again, you guys will always have the access to watch the full stream as we get up out of here. But look, it's a late night. Okay, I know a lot of cats got to get to bed. I got to get up and go to work in the morning. I appreciate that. One last $2 super chat. Sucker Punch and Ubisoft are both going down. Yeah, I think so, man. I don't think Ubisoft is going to survive this. This outpouring of negativity coming to this company and everything that's happening with not just Star Wars Outlaws, not just with Assassin's Creed Shadows, but just the company as a whole. All right. It's been on a downward slide since like 2021. It was at $81 a share, and now it's all the way down or not $80 euros, and now it's down in the $10 a year or 10 euros a share.
Yeah, I was going to say something on that as well.
It's not going to make it, man.
Don't expect Ubisoft to be around for like the next 2 to almost 3 years. They're probably going to go under, to be honest.
I honestly think they are, man. I don't see them surviving all of this. Look, let me just share this last bit up out of here before we jump. Look, this is where Ubisoft stock is right now, okay? It's at 10 euros, 10.48 euros. But you can see, like, back in this time frame, look, well, let me slow down, DA. Look, it was in the 80, 85 euros, okay? This is back when Valhalla came out. This is when Valhalla came out, okay?
Yeah, so it's around that time period.
It was doing great. It was doing great. This is a solid number, you know, for itself, where it's at now in comparison. We're down 83% from 5 years ago. This was, well, actually 3 years ago, okay? Because now you're talking about, it's even more than 83%. What am I talking about? Because this is February of 21. We are now in September of 2024, and this thing is down to 4. Look at this. Look at this. You cannot survive as a company if this is what your stock price has been doing over the last 3 years. You know, and now you're trying to, well, we know we got to cut loose and we can't do Assassin's Creed. We got to push Assassin's Creed Shadows back. Disaster. Okay. Absolute disaster. I don't think there's any way in hell that this company survives this. They're going to have to go private, or they're going to have to kind of shut down operations, or they're just going to have, they might get booted up off the market altogether. You know, it might become a penny stock. You know, because this is how bad this company has been performing. And the people that are on the inside, they're like, look, man, you guys got to fire everybody, or you got to change everything up so that we can start getting things back to where they should be. I don't think Ubisoft survives this, man. I don't think they survive this at all.
Not at all. From what I was told.
Demian did a great video with Insider Dev saying the company is bankrupt. I believe it, you know. I watched. Yeah. You the one that showed me that Legendary Drops video? Was that you?
Was it me?
Well, I'm asking. I don't remember who showed me that video. I
think between a Demian and Ukeda is like you guys are some of my up to date.
If you go to that
video game news that I watch, and you guys do great work, and it's like, all right.
All the information that he had in that video was the exact same information that I got, which is
from Endymion and Legendary Drops.
Yeah, everything in the Endymion video is everything that I had as well. It was like Ubisoft they're pretty much toast. They're like in a lose-lose situation right now, because when the game comes out, it's going to flop. Like, it's going to sell well, but it's not going to sell to their expectations. So it's going to be a flop in their eyes. And then on top of that, they're releasing it on Steam. And with Steam, you have Steam numbers. So you get to see the players that are going to be playing your game, and you have Steam reviews. It's already going to be overwhelmingly negative. There's nothing they can do to stop that. Like, it's over. And if the rumor is true and they go and take Yasuke out of the game, they're going to be, again, walking into a knife, because then you're going to have the activists coming for you.
Yeah, this video right here, man.
That video right there is great.
This video, if you care about this shit at all, go watch this video. Okay. I've watched this video like 10 times, and I just
900,000, almost 1 million views. Goddamn.
I cannot believe the shit that's been going on over there at Ubisoft. This video kind of highlights it all.
It's all right.
Go ahead.
No, everything he said in that video is all right because it's the exact same stuff that I got told about Assassin's Creed like a month ago. Like not even a month ago. When did I drop the video? In May. So like in June, I've been sitting on all this info with the kind of work environment, what's going on, why Yasuke's in the game is exactly why you think Yasuke's in the game. It's because he's black. That's the only reason he's there, and all of the other stuff going on with the video game and the company. It's all that it's all true. And that's what makes it worse is that it's not rumor. It's all true. And that's why like this company will not be here. Like it's not going to be here. Like the next
I agree. I think they're done. I think they're done, man. I think they're done just based on what I've been listening to. I'm gonna go watch this Endymion video because I don't think I've seen this yet. But it says Ubisoft is in bankruptcy. Look, you get what you get, okay? You get woke, you go broke. We've been saying that. That's the number one rule of entertainment right now. If you get woke, you go broke. So congratulations to Ubisoft for, proving that rule correct once again. Bud Lighting yourself, basically by, putting out shitty content. That's basically what it comes down to. But look, folks, we have been going for 3 hours. Thank you all, every last one of you guys, for rocking it out with the DA's office. T, Cyfax, Kata, Jay, Drunk 3PO came through as well. Alan Ing was hanging out in the chat. Knee Pain hanging out in the chat. All of you fellas, I appreciate you guys very, very much. Look, this is community, man. And community is what it's all about, all right? The community grows. I grow. You grow. Cyfax is growing. He just dropped his channel. Kata is growing. He just dropped his channel. If we have mods in the chat, make sure you guys get these guys links in the chat so everybody can follow them if they haven't done so already. Cyfax, when can we expect the next video from you, bro?
Well, I'm gonna do a Penguin review. I just got back. Like I just went up to Yosemite in the last couple of days, so I've been kind of disconnected for a minute. And so I just got back literally maybe 2 hours before I jumped on here, so I'm a little out of it. But as much as I want to do a video, I'll probably do one on the Penguin, and I'll probably do it tomorrow. I wanted to do one right afterwards, just to jump on top of it like everyone else will probably be doing. But I don't know, man.
Hey, man, get them out there, man. Get them out there. Make sure.
Yeah, after a couple of days of touching grass properly and seeing like what nature looks like, I'm like, hey, I need a minute. But
nothing wrong with that.
Thanks for having me on, man. I appreciate it.
Oh yeah, always, man. You part of the crew, man. This is how we do it, man. Thank you for coming through. So you guys get out there. I see Andrew. I see Andrew dropping the links in the chat for Knee Pain, for Kata, for Cyfax. Make sure you guys go out there and support. Kata, what we got coming up next from you, bro?
Yeah, man. Just I'm gonna try to get these videos out before Tuesday. I got to go out of town.
Look, Kata trying to get his grub on.
So, I'm trying to get this stuff. Yeah, trying to get this stuff.
He got a mouthful of food.
I don't want to tell you to swallow, but it sounds like you need to, brother.
Get some drink, man. Look,
I'm like 6 shots of tequila deep right now. I needed Taco Bell to bring me back.
Oh, dude, I'm
got
ahead
you.
of you
I
on
got
that
you.
one. Shit.
But yeah, I'm trying to get these videos out. I got a Ubisoft video coming out tomorrow, just talking about how bad Ubisoft is and how they're just an encapsulation of everything wrong with AAA gaming. I'm actually going to put some effort into that, try to make it look nice. Might have another video out on Tuesday, but throughout the week, you're probably not going to see me on the internet. I'm going out of town, spend time with the family.
Wait. Are you here on Wednesday for the Agatha?
I would try to be. Because I'm gonna be out of town. I'm not gonna have like any computer or anything like that. I was thinking about maybe just like getting a little laptop.
To do with your phone, depending on where you're at.
Yeah. I might be able to do it like that, or I might get.
You can do it on your phone if you can. But you know what? If you busy with family or whatever, don't worry about it, man. We gonna be here, and we holding it down. But if you can join. We would love to hear your takes on Agatha as well. Make sure you guys get out there and support T. Uncle T got his channel out there now. Finally. Yeah, finally T got a channel going. So
I'll be here pointing out the flaws in the show as normal.
Yes. And appreciate Alan Ing hanging out in the chat as well. Make sure you guys subscribe to Film Threat as well. Look, everybody, we've been
that was also awesome. Jay
had
showed
we
up.
had
That
drunk.
was cool,
Yes,
man. Jay
this
showed
was
up in what, like 10 minutes or whatever.
Yeah, he hung out,
awesome.
man. Chopped it up with us. It was great, man. So look,
shout out to Jay. If you guys if you don't follow him, I mean,
follow
he's
Jay, man.
He's a good dude.
Yeah, I've met him. He's
look,
a nice guy.
Good people.
We are growing in this community. Look, you guys have been supporting me. I appreciate it. Definitely go out and support all of these cats that rock with us and support us. Okay. We are building community here. All right. And it's a beautiful thing. So I want to see all of you guys supporting and on their streams and in their live streams. Some of you guys already are. I would love to see even more of that. Okay. Because that's
like
what
Dominic Lopez says DA to 25K. It kind of rhymes. It goes right off the tongue. There you go.
I love it. But that'll do it for me. Thank you, everybody, for chilling with us tonight. I appreciate it. Fellas, go get some rest. It's almost damn near 11 o'clock in the night. Whew. Yeah, it's a late one, man. But I appreciate you guys. Yeah, get some rest, man. And we'll see y'all on the next one. Everybody take care, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for rocking it out with the DA's office. Peace.